Thank you for listening to the Old 77 podcast. But what did I do?
Oh, hi.
Cash money.
And so it's like these dirty, like all the shit that they used to rap about when we were kids. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and get this bitch, right? Yeah. Well, it's the girl this time who's rapping. I'm gonna go out and get this dick. Yeah. And it's the exact same thing.
There you go.
Fucking wasting that shite cunt.
Who are you?
Hi there. This is the Old 77. It's a safe place in an unsafe world.
Thank you and good evening.
Warning. Foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
Can you feel the tension? I can.
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Subscribers get bonus content and early access to episodes. Find out more at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Thanks for listening.
So good, make you want to slap your mama.
Oh! Welcome back to the old 77.
Bring that down. There we go.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
What a way to start off episode 43. We're still figuring out the logistics
That's
of
all
our
right, man. It's live radio. We
new
love
studio
that.
setup.
Radio-ish.
I guess our computer is just really loud, man.
It was, yeah. It was just a pot thing. No problem. We're good.
But here we are,
Here
gentlemen.
we are.
Hey, gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Now, if you're on YouTube,
Yes.
if you're on
Twitch right now, you can see us, actually.
the new studio setup.
The new setup. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Old 77 Studios.
Well, let's toast to your wife for letting us have this space.
Absolutely.
Because not only is it a safe space,
For
it's
the-
now a studio space.
It's now a safe studio space. That's right.
And really, this is the second time that your wife has been generous with her
absolutely,
with
man.
her working area
Yeah.
to allow
like
us.
now I can look at Dave in the face.
Right.
Now I can see you.
We're not making faces at each other
Clearly-
anymore.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Matt's
yeah.
not giving me the finger behind my back.
No.
No, he's still going to do that.
He forgot that we have had video these past few weeks, so I've been seeing him. It's easy to do, right?
But man, this is awesome, Scott. Great job.
Thanks, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I
More to
love it.
come, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, from the Old 77.
We have a green screen behind Maddie.
Yeah, we're going to try and do something with that guy.
I was
We got
mentioning
a nice TV on the back wall here.
Yeah.
TV up here.
I was mentioning earlier we could do a weekly
Banner behind us.
Weather.
Oh, we could.
We could do a weather forecast with that green screen if we wanted
Let's
to.
check in with Dave in the Midwest. Dave, how's the weather?
Doppler Dave.
Doppler Dave.
Doppler Dave.
Over here, we got some high winds from the northwest coming down to the
Yeah.
Missouri area.
I'm telling you guys, it's gold. It's
I'll just do it like Ollie from Family Guy. It's raining.
That's what I'm saying. It's
You're
gonna
going to
rain.
straight up freeze your dick off Monday through Friday. And this week it's going to rain. Watch out, bitches.
There's lots of potential. Lots of potential there in that little blank green screen over
Right,
there.
absolutely. There's so much that we can do.
How's your week been, gentlemen?
It's been good so far.
It was great.
I've been waiting for tonight.
Yeah, me too. And actually,
me as
this
well.
past week, I visited the new brewery in Jeff City.
Good
It's called Last Flight.
Good
And it's
segue.
It's actually on a Heisinger Road.
I think that's
yeah,
right.
Heisinger
Is that right?
Road, Jefferson City. It's right by UPS, a little past the Pound. It's right off Missouri Boulevard.
Yeah, right behind the boulevard.
It's an outdoor brewery. Well, they have an outdoor patio seating. It's
Right.
indoor seating. You can look at where they make the beer at.
Yeah.
And I went there and got a couple growlers with some buddies. And the beer is fantastic.
Sweet.
But it's called Last Flight. Check them out on Facebook. They open up March 24th at 4 p.m.
Oh, wow. So that's coming up
nice.
real soon.
That is coming
then.
up real soon, yeah.
So yeah, really good beer, man. I had their dark lager and
Yeah.
also their wheat. And then ironically, Sarah's cousin Greta, her boyfriend works there.
Nice.
He actually is part of the brew crew.
Yeah.
The brew crew.
You got the inside
And so
connection.
he brought us a
right.
growler of the Irish stout, which is really heavy but really good.
Pretty
I
good stuff.
bet.
Yeah, we'll have to
So-
make a trip out there.
I'm super stoked because it's like 2 minutes from my house.
yeah.
Right?
You know.
So you can basically crawl home if you need to.
Yeah, it's been such a long time since I got like crawling.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
Right?
crawling back to my house or whatever. I have
Thank
to get a cab or
God.
something. But
I think the last time I saw you that
my
way,
body doesn't do well with hangovers anymore.
last time I saw him that way was at his house.
Just a couple weeks ago, I was that way, to be honest,
Yeah.
with the Big
yeah.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah, Big
I
Daddy
kept
kicked
that
your
bottle,
ass.
too. I
Yeah.
can't throw Big Daddy away.
Yeah, he'll haunt your dreams,
Forever,
your dreams and
right?
your nightmares.
Yeah. I do like good. I do like good craft beer, but I also love bourbon.
Me
That's
too.
what I really do drink at home is the bourbon.
I
but-
know you got a whole stash of bourbon.
Hey,
over
there's
there.
nothing wrong with having a couple nice pints and then hitting up the bourbon after that.
Absolutely, man. Bourbon
You know?
has become one of my favorites.
But yeah, if you're a Jeff City local, check out Last Flight. This Wednesday coming up. Actually, tomorrow, if you're listening to this if you're listening to us through Apple,
Well, if you're listening to us right now live on Twitch.
right?
open-
Twitch.
yeah.
I forgot we're live.
Yeah, we are live right
This is
now.
how fast I forget. That's a
It's
good
all
thing.
right, man. It's all
Because
good.
I don't want to clam up.
You gotta have a short memory in this business.
No, absolutely. Well, it's nice when we can just get a flow going. Like right now, we're clearly looking at each other. We got a nice little flow. Tonight's energy is going to be completely different than any other show we've ever done before.
That
no,
I have my
no
pants
pressure.
off right now.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And my junk's out.
Now watch me freeze. Watch me freeze up. So guys,
It's because the junk's out, right?
well, yeah,
Dave, you flatterer.
you know what you do to me, Scott.
Dave.
That's right.
Dave.
And now that I'm facing Maddie, I can see his junk
Hey.
clear as day. As can the folks on Twitch right now.
Doppler Dave.
I assume. So we were talking earlier.
Fucking prick.
Hey, there it is.
It's been about a year since
Yeah.
the whole COVID thing.
Yep.
And since we started,
Right. We were born in COVID.
we were born in the COVID. I knew that was coming.
So we were one of the few good things, I guess, that came out of COVID. There's a few other good things.
Yeah, I think tons of people out there started their own podcast during this time because what
Yeah.
What else?
what else are you going to do inside your house besides masturbate a lot and
Absolutely.
drink and
masturbating doesn't pay the bills. Let's face
I mean,
it.
if
And
you're
build a podcast.
honestly,
studio.
if you're a
What?
single person and you're not like seeing anybody and you're trapped inside your house, you know you're going to watch porn and you're going to be playing with your Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're probably going to be talking to yourself anyway, so you may as well
Right.
get a microphone.
I feel like that's Brockmeyer right there. Like,
Or you're creating a podcast.
right. So I
we're not the
goofed
only
up.
people that have done this in the past year, but
No.
for us, it's a very significant thing because
Absolutely.
we are in the field of broadcasting.
We work in radio.
That's what we do right
Right.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's our hobby as well. And I goofed up, fellas. Our first show was May 12th, not March.
Oh, okay.
So May 12th.
Okay,
My
so
bad. I got the book right
okay,
here.
So that explains
That explains
But
the
we
50
recorded-
why we don't have it 52
We
episodes.
recorded our first
in March.
in March.
But we didn't release it until May.
Correct.
I see.
Yeah, that's
I
where
see.
the confusion
But
was.
the first recording of the old 77,
was like
next week.
it was like next week sometime.
Yeah.
I think March 26th, I think was the first one that we
Yeah.
did.
I remember listening to
Yeah.
that first episode.
But it didn't release because we didn't have a home for it. We found home on Anchor.
Didn't you guys
So-
record that one like at work? At
Yeah.
our work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a studio upstairs.
It was a nice studio, too.
We actually considered for a time doing the whole show from there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had friends of the show.
Yeah.
Of Eric Nichols is on it. Matt
Yeah,
Brown.
Matt
I remember
Brown.
that.
Bill
Friend
Pollock.
Friend of the show, Matt Brown.
Bill
Yeah.
Pollock, who's the Missouri sports director.
He's a
What's
Missouri
what's his
legend.
podcast?
It is the Bill Pollock Show.
Yeah.
Right. Find the
And
Bill Pollock show on Facebook.
he also does
You
the
find all of his hot sports takes there.
Hot.
Even though he's wrong half the time.
he does the Big 12 weekly.
You're wrong, Bill.
Right? Isn't it the Big 12 show that he does?
Yeah, he does
weekly?
Big 12.
He does
this
the
week.
Big 12
I worked
show,
with
yeah.
Bill on that show in the early days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great guy to work with too.
Bill's
Yeah,
a great guy.
Bill's a
Super
great
nice
dude,
guy.
yeah.
Pretty funny too.
He doesn't like to wear shoes at work, though.
That's weird.
And we all have our things.
And we try to tell him to wear shoes.
I've been
mean-
known to take my shoes off at the board.
I'm like, Bill, you got some ugly ass feet.
It's been a while. Oh, no socks either.
He looks like a hobbit, dude. He's got hobbit feet
What?
just like me.
Oh, dude. I just assumed.
It's like Deadpool when he's growing his legs back. They're just not right.
Oh, that's.
I'm like,
brutal,
Bill, what's
man.
wrong with your leg?
He skipped
Yeah.
leg day.
He skipped.
He
leg
skipped
day.
leg month.
I was that guy at the gym in the day back in the days when I used to go to the gym. I was the guy that always did upper body, never did my legs. I was that guy.
Oh, that's all right.
My upper body looked great, but a swift wind would knock me right over.
Man, that's more than I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my goal in 2021 is to get back into shape.
Get back into shape. So
I'm
how do you plan on doing?
Well, my
that?
wife and I were talking about it today, and we're going to get membership. She already actually ordered her membership to Planet Fitness.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the same thing, and we're going to have to go to the gym at different times because we have Sloan, obviously.
That's how it
Right.
would be with me and my wife.
And that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want to like for one, I want to get my endurance back up, Cardio is very important to me, and then also I just want to start building back my legs, and I'm going to continue to do upper body stuff. So
Yeah, got to take care of yourself.
I'm not trying to get all swole or anything like that, like Jackson Weaver.
Swole, bro.
The bakery.
Yeah, he's all swelled up.
Yeah.
Well, he's full of loaves.
We can't all be swole like Jackson.
Well, you got
Weaver.
the bakery open 24/7.
Yeah.
And the bakery's open.
Yeah, it's always open.
But my goal is just to
output may
get
be
fit,
clogged at the moment.
just to get like healthier.
well, you
and-
can't beat the price at Planet Fitness, man. It's cheap. What is it's like $10 a month, right?
Yeah, but right now
they have an
like,
annual fee of like $40, and the initial the initial
Sign-up
sign up is
fee.
like $35.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's always something right now.
But that still beats most gyms. I mean, that's still cheaper than most gyms.
Yeah, and they're open up. I think they're open like all the time.
I think they are. I'm pretty
Isn't
sure
there
they're
one
open
on
24/7.
Edgewood, like 24-hour
That's
fitness?
anytime. No,
anytime
there's-
fitness.
Anytime
Yeah.
fitness.
I worked there for like, I don't know, 3 months.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Dave, you've worked a lot of places.
That was-
I know.
That was back when my health was not good.
Oh, for real?
I didn't
Oh,
keep. I
so-
didn't keep that job for very long.
right on.
I think I went to that job from selling cars, which was also a fucking horrible, awful job.
I couldn't do that.
No, and I don't knock anyone who does
No,
it.
no.
God bless you.
But
if
it's
you-
a fucking cutthroat job,
Right.
man.
I mean, there are certain people that can do that. There are certain people that can do our job.
yeah,
Right.
it just takes
Like
a
our jo-
certain personality.
Our job is not for everyone.
No, absolutely not.
And I mean, just like being a carpenter, being this.
Right.
But like car salesman, I mean, you got to hustle.
Absolutely.
You got to swindle, and you got to know your shit.
Yeah.
Because you want to sell this stuff, right? You got your salesmanship depends on feeding your family.
Right. And I just, man, like, I'm just
Right.
not that guy.
No, man.
I'm not
I
sleazy
can't do that,
salesman
no.
guy.
Me either.
We all know sleazy salesman guy, but that's just not me, man. Like if my heart's not in it, I'm not gonna like try to make you buy some shit that you don't want to buy. You know what? It's just
Yeah.
I'm just not built that way.
Like we're
man.
not here to like trash like any car salespeople out
No,
there.
not at all.
Um,
But I mean, stereotypes do exist for a reason
Yes,
sometimes. You
yes.
know, because
there are your
I've
good people in the
been-
business,
I hate,
but there
I
also are
dread going out to buy a car
Right.
because of that.
Well, now
the
you
slime
can do
it,
it. Now
the
you can do it all
slimy
online.
sales ship like that.
Every bit of that.
Oh, dude. For the short amount of time I was in the car business, there were plenty of sleazy, fucking slimy dudes. That
and
I
you just
worked
don't
with.
know like, do you want this to be a warranty? Do you want the warranty on this? Do you want the warranty on that?
Right.
Here's the thing: why should I get a warranty on a brand new vehicle that shouldn't break?
Well, it shouldn't,
So
but
here's the thing: when I got my Jeep, my brother-in-law Caleb did all the negotiating.
Mm-hmm.
We knew the walk-off price right even before we got there.
Mm-hmm.
We went in there. They tried to offer us a loan through them. I already had an approved loan of like you know,
With a much better interest rate, I'm sure.
It was
Yeah.
2.5%.
oh, that's really good interest rate.
They're like, we can't beat your stuff. I was like,
Right.
well, no shit. It's
Yeah.
a really good interest rate from my credit union.
Had a dude.
So, like right there, we just had him by the balls. And then when we went into,
I love how he said it about a balls.
Yeah.
You've been watching The Sopranos, haven't
and
you?
then when we went in to do then we went in to seal the deal. He was asking us. So he asked us the first question about the warranties. He's like, "Do you want this warranty?" And we're like, "No." He's like, "Do you want any warranties?" I'm like, "No." So he just like goes down the list of 20 things and crosses them all off. Hey, if something goes wrong, I will go fucking get it fixed.
Yeah. I generally
I
feel
don't
the
need no
same
fucking
way.
warranty to bring my monthly payment up.
I rarely do warranties.
The only reason I'll do a warranty is like on a rental or something.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
I mean, there's
that's
a,
it.
There's
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. If it's a rental, maybe
If it's
do
a
the
rental
warranty.
and it goes
But if it's-
back in a week, or
But if it's brand new, you should be fine.
I've
Yeah.
never had a brand new vehicle.
This is my first one.
Right.
Me, I've never had one.
I've never even been able to come close to that.
Yeah.
I honestly like, even if I could, like we probably could. I'm sure we could,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It
Right.
just makes more sense most of the
And
time.
you guys
to do it.
need
You
and
guys
your wife-
need where you're at. You need a
you need a
four-wheel
four-wheel drive.
That's the next thing. When
Yeah.
my little
Because the
when my
snow,
Honda
the
Accord
weather,
dies.
no matter
Right.
what it is,
Yeah.
you want to keep not only like to get around, but you want to keep your kids safer.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, man.
Bigger
Something
vehicle is
Something
safer.
happened during that time. Man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, when we moved out there, all we had was the little Honda Accord, and then we had the kids. So then we felt like, okay, we need to get a minivan. Thank God we did.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
definitely next on the
Yeah.
list is a 4-wheel drive. And like I said, man, I'm thinking about even looking at a Jeep too. The people that I know that have Jeeps love them.
right.
Yeah. And when you go out to buy a vehicle, you have to use dealerships against each other. 'Cause that's what Caleb did.
Look at
He
this guy.
Listen to this guy, right?
He basically leveraged us against. Well, he leveraged what we needed, and we went to this car dealership over here and got a price, and then he like got them down, and then he would take that price after getting them down and go over to this dealership and be like, "This is what they're going to give us walking out."
Yeah.
And guess what? That dealership in Fulton was like, "Let me get down on my knees. I want to sell this thing." So that's what happened.
Yeah. I'm on my knees.
And then I walked out. I was like, "Bye, bitches."
How far away were
Flick the tip.
How far away were the two dealerships that you were
The
dealing
one
with?
was in Kansas City, and then the other one was in Fulton.
Okay.
And actually, the Fulton people were really nice.
Yeah.
So-
Is that who you ended up going with? Was the Fulton people?
Yeah.
So they competed against the big city, in other words.
I'll actually recommend that dealership to anybody because they're like a very they.
Who was it? What's their name? Do you remember? It wasn't Par.
can't think of
Was it
the-
Par 5?
No, it's the Chrysler Jeep,
Okay, one of those places.
Chrysler Jeep Ford something up there.
Yeah. I think.
I wish I
Scotty's
could
a
remember
really
their
good
name
one.
right now so I can plug them, but
Yeah.
they've been just bought out by another company and they're trying to rebuild their reputation.
It's not Joe Mockins, is it?
No.
No. Fulton Chrysler Dodge.
That's
Jeep.
it right there.
Yeah.
And those people are nice.
They were good to deal with.
Yeah, man.
Is it
Kim's
Fulton,
awesome.
Chrysler Dodge Jeep?
That's it. Yes. Approved.
There you go.
Well, I've been seeing all these commercials lately for these companies.
Couldn't remember that.
Where you can
It's
buy
a lot for me.
Right.
you can buy cars just like online now without going into a dealership.
Yeah.
Well, that's another reason. Like, and then my friend Ben Booker, who used to be in the car business for a little while, he said, he was talking to another buddy who's still in it. They actually, the car dealers hate these companies that are online.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because now you can get a car online. They can send it out to you, and you have 2 weeks to decide if you want it.
Yeah. It's kind of like I saw the same thing happen.
But I'm sure it's more pricier because you're
Right.
having it delivered to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Is the delivery.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. I saw that same thing happen in music stores, man. Like if you go to the local music store, we've got a great music store in Jeff City.
Which one?
Will West. As far as the selection of what they've got a lot of good shit. They got a lot
Right.
of nice instruments, but I can go buy an instrument at Will West. I can get the same instrument, and this goes for any local music store, basically. They pretty much all have a no refunds policy.
Right.
So I can buy the same exact musical instrument on Sweetwater or
Yeah.
Musician's Friend or one of those
Yeah, and
companies.
they have
if
tons
I
of
don't
variety,
Like it,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
return it.
Tons of
Exactly.
variety, yeah.
And I mean, so like for me as a consumer, like that pretty much forces me to have to go with the big guy because why wouldn't I? If I can, like if I'm going to spend $1,000 on a new guitar, like I'm going to want to be able to return that shit if I don't like it, or a new PA system or whatever. Matt's disrobing over
That's
here.
right. I put the cover
So
screen
hot.
up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is
Suburban, get me hot.
Absolutely.
Cover screen.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
got
have to
the
derobe here
bourbon.
soon.
All right, boys. So if Maddie, you want to flip over and throw us a little, we can take a little 5 here. So if you guys would like to listen to the entire show, you can check us out on patreon.com/the old 77 podcast.
That's right.
Yep, $5 a month can get you access to the entire thing. So thanks for segment 1 hanging out with us on Twitch.
That's right.
Right, absolutely. So give us a little something here.
Little juice, baby.
A little
should-
juice.
you should have something.
Have you got it down
Yeah,
at the board? Because you're up.
it's moving.
Huh. Interesting. Huh.
You're not muted.
So anyway, we'll be
Oh, hold
back.
on.
We'll be
Here
back.
We go.
All right. There we go.
Like I said, we're working out some kinks, baby.
That's cool, man.
Boy,
New
here we go.
configuration. We're good to go.
Take me out, Dave. Come on.
Oh yeah, Dave. All right, peace out, bitches.
Schlitz, please. Sir. Bartender. Schlitz. Could I have a Schlitz? Warren's Tavern.
There's just one Schlitz, yeah, yeah, nothing else comes near. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer.
What makes Schlitz irreplaceable? Taste it. This is the most carefully brewed beer in the world. It takes 1,174 careful brewing steps to create that special taste. Real gusto in the great light beer.
If you like it light with a big taste too, there's only one brew that will do. When you're out of Schlitz,
Call for help.
you're out of beer. Real gusto in the great light beer Schlitz.
The beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Welcome back to the old 77 studios. It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Hoorah!
Hooah, boys. We're back.
Just some shout outs real quick. We just posted a picture of us in the new
digs.
and the old 77 studios. Shout out to our boy JT in the Paranormal Sun.
What's up, man?
The Toddcast podcast.
The Toddcast podcast.
The Mind Buzz podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw that one.
The MDK Squad Pod. And the Mysteries, let's see here.
Love the Squad
Mysteries
Pod.
of the Past and Present podcast.
Nice.
And also shout out to our boy Derek Crawford, Jackson Weaver, and my wife, Sarah Neely Francis.
Hey, Sarah.
Supporting her mans up in here.
That's right. Thanks to my wife, too, man. My
Yeah,
wife
man.
is always sharing our shit. And
So-
Yeah, your wife shares a lot.
The funny thing was, so we talked about like Mother's Day and having like our wives to,
Right, right.
sit in our seats and do the podcast. Sarah's like, fuck that shit.
my wife would say
Matt,
the same
you know
thing.
how I am. I do
Really?
not like microphones. And now that you guys have video going on,
Yeah, Andrea was
forget
totally,
about it.
She
There's
was
no
totally
fucking
about
way.
it until I hooked the video up.
There's no fucking way I'm going on here. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're
I mean,
either that or you're not.
right. You can do that,
And that's
Yeah.
fine.
We didn't have to show the video,
But like
you
Sarah
know?
has a good voice. I don't want she
Yeah, I
totally,
don't-
totally underestimates herself.
She would be good in radio if she ever wanted
Yeah,
to.
I don't know about that, but I think like I think she would like as
Reel 'em
far
back
as
in.
she's well read, and she has a very like nice speaking voice.
You know, there's something to that.
she's not singing on the microphone,
right.
Right.
You know,
There's something to that, man. Well read. If you can look like you're reading and not sound like you're reading, you can do
Yeah,
it.
she
You
could
can do
pull it off, especially if Andrea was on here.
Yeah, Andrea,
You know?
she was wanting to do it.
Andrea.
She reached out to your wife, Dave, and I think she had her on board.
Did she really?
Yeah, I
When?
think so.
Wow.
When?
I think so.
How long ago?
And she was like, "Can you get Sarah?" And I was like, "Ooh, Sarah doesn't want
See,
to."
here's another thing. Since we have like multiple like additional mic hookups, we can have them all on with us.
Yeah.
and we can do like couples trivia.
Ooh,
Which would
that's rough.
like to all of our listeners, they would love to hear that shit. Like,
We'd have to have
who
like
has
a
the strongest
host.
couple?
that
We
would
could-
be great.
We could have a host and then do the newlywed game.
yeah,
or,
where we
you know,
trivia.
right?
Where, yeah.
How
That's actually a
big-
pretty good idea.
How big is Dave's dong?
Yeah. And I expect, like, you know,
Right,
decimal
precise.
points.
Well, when I sticks it in, it feels like it's in my lungs.
Feels like I need an inhaler.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I just went there. I'm
the,
sorry.
the Dick Slayer.
Jeez
It's the DS genes.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Slayer
think I would do good in the newlywed game with my wife. I think.
But we're not. None of us are newlyweds though. So what would that be?
No, it's like
the oldie weds.
So we're having our 5th anniversary
Wow.
December 10th.
5th.
Yeah.
I'm coming up on 18.
5th?
Yeah, we're coming up on 12, I think.
Damn, 12.
We've been together 18.
So you guys are some veterans.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a good marriage, man. Like,
Yeah.
we respect each other.
Yeah.
Like, if one of us is not feeling good about something,
Yeah.
like we do a good job of making the other
Sorry.
aware and just talking it out. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be honest. It's
Yeah. Sarah and I, like, we have our little, our little spiffs, but like
Everybody does.
We get over it
You
quickly.
have those.
We make such a good team, and she's such a great organizer. Like my life before her was so disorganized.
yeah, same here.
And she just like kind of put me straight, and I love her to death for it. So
Absolutely.
Sarah, if you listen to this, little brownie
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Sorry, that was a bourbon. But honestly, no, like, not to like kiss her ass or anything, but really, it's, I respect my wife a ton, dude, and I love her to the day I die.
Right.
And I'll never forget what she's done for me.
Yeah, I
And so,
agree, man. With mine.
like, and now we have a beautiful daughter, and we've done this in all like 5 years. Like we've dated for 7, but
yeah,
we've been together for 7, but married almost for 5.
yeah,
But we've done so much. We bought a house, we had a kid,
right,
and we refinanced our house.
right.
done some
bought your first new vehicle.
So much together in that 5 years, and it feels like 10 years.
You shouldn't say that out loud.
Not in a bad way.
No, man, I do that all the time.
We've just done
How long
so
we've been
much
together? God, it feels like 40.
Yeah, we've just done so much together that it just feels like that. It feels that long.
Yeah, man. It's flown by for me, really. It doesn't feel like... And we were together for a good 3 or 4 years or so before we got married. It's closer to 15
Both of you guys have
total.
2 kids.
Yeah, but it was 2
God
for the
bless
price
you.
of one.
Dave had them all at once, though.
Yeah,
he did.
2 for the price of one.
Yikes.
That's all we know.
That's some super sperm
That's
right
all
there.
we know. That's some chemically enhanced sperm right there.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
That's that Dick Slayer sperm.
Yeah.
It is.
Enhanced.
Mm-hmm.
You know your grandpa's up in heaven right now being like, that's my boy right there.
That's my boy.
Actually, he was up there crying one day when the rare occasion and the 2 single tears fell down and became Dave's children.
Hey, did you guys see the picture? I think like KRCG posted a picture. This picture was taken like literally within like 2 or 3 miles of my house of this bobcat that somebody caught.
Yeah,
shit.
I did see that thing. That thing was huge.
Yeah. And I told you guys about my bobcat encounter.
Right.
a few
I wonder if
months
that was
ago.
it.
How big do they grow?
I don't know, but
A
it was
bobcat
big.
can get like, I don't know.
Like 70 pounds, 80
maybe
pounds?
the size of Maggie.
Yeah.
You know? They're not like huge. They're not like a panther.
Juno size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit smaller than Juno.
Okay.
Juno's
but they're
big.
also
She's a thick chick.
she is a thick chick.
well, but bobcats are very lean.
right.
Like the frame is probably
and
bigger.
not that
I'm
tall.
gonna Google this
Not
real
that
quick.
tall. Because
Yeah.
Juno's a large dog.
She's a big girl.
yeah.
Well, when I saw
She's a big one.
maybe Maggie size, but think feral, so like skinnier and kind of ravenous.
when
'Cause
I
they're
saw
probably not
mine,
eating the best.
it was no doubt that was what I saw.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I could not have mistaken it for a fucking house cat or something else.
Right. And it's the Missouri bobcat? Is that what's coming back now?
I don't know. I didn't know they had like separate species.
Okay, well, it says here that they weigh between 13 and 30 pounds,
Yeah.
stand 21 inches high,
No way.
and are 30 to 50 inches long.
That can't be right because the one in that picture.
That one in the
Okay, so it says
KRCG
the bobcats
picture.
in the north tend to be larger than those in the south. So okay, we're in the north. Missouri's like on that Mason-Dixon line,
Right.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we could have bigger bobcats here. So in Vermont, they call them catamounts.
Yeah.
It's just another name for
Those things are
a fucking
enormous,
mountain
though,
lion.
right?
It's the Vermont way of saying mountain lion. Holy shit, that looks like a fucking alien.
Is
killer.
that your picture?
This is not my picture. This is the picture that was taken just a few miles from where I live. That
Fucking
somebody
Get it?
caught that.
So is that the same one? You probably.
Probably.
Oh my
Probably
god, it looks
the
like
same
a
one that I
beast.
saw. I mean, but dude, there's no
That's
way.
about a 60-pound
That's what I'm
cat.
saying.
Dude, show that
There's
camera.
no-
Watch
there's-
your drink there, please.
There's no way that thing is 30 pounds.
Look at the size of that damn
you guys
thing.
See that?
God.
It's kind of hard to see.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
if I was just like out on my porch with my
Watch
dogs,
your drink, man.
I got it. I got you.
if I was just out and hanging out with my dogs, and I saw that thing just roll up, I'd be like, let's get the fuck inside.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Like I wouldn't try to kill it or anything.
Time to roll.
When I first saw that picture, I thought it was a mountain lion, but then I saw the spots on it.
Yeah.
And that was when I realized it was
Wow.
a bobcat.
So I guess down south they're smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, they're normally like that. That's big, dude. That's
yeah.
a big damn
And
cat.
that
That's the size of Maggie.
That's like a circus animal.
You know, every bit.
that's about the same.
My Scottish
size.
deerhound,
The
yeah.
one that I saw was about that size.
Yeah.
It very well could have been the same one.
Right.
I don't know.
Jesus.
God,
man.
you know,
My
stupid.
mom has a neighbor
That's
that
stupid
like
big.
he traps all kinds of shit. Like he traps foxes
Yeah.
and moles and all kinds of shit. But he's trapped a bobcat or two in his day
What?
too.
Really?
So, like-
now, is that legal to hunt in Missouri?
I think they're. I don't know.
I thought they were protected for a while.
I mean, I think you can trap them in like. you
No,
know.
I'm sure like if you just happen to trap one, you can probably keep that if the circumstances are right.
Keep
maybe.
it.
So what do you do when you trap a bobcat? Like, do you? I mean, you can't just
Well,
carry it out. It's too fucking
No,
heavy.
it's if you're trapping it, you're probably killing it, right?
Well, no. I mean, you can call the animal society.
Yeah, I think that.
Isn't that the whole point of trapping?
Well, I
though?
think the
So if you
concern-
trap it, you get to keep it, you kill it, and keep the pelts.
So yeah, what I would do is
I don't know. The same neighbor that I'm talking about has all kinds of animal skins in his house.
Because see, isn't
see,
that the point? Like that's what you do, right? You,
But if you're a farmer and you're worried about your cattle,
now that I could see.
See, I think sometimes they trap them and then they just take them somewhere else and
then
set
do
'em
that.
free.
I don't want to
Right.
kill something and take its life away.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many bobcats, so like I I feel like it shouldn't be illegal to just trap
I'm sorry.
one and
I have
kill
a
one.
soft place for animals.
Well, me
and if
too,
you don't
man.
have to kill it, then take it somewhere else and let it live.
Yeah.
But in the wild is different, though. It's a little different in the wild. Like, if we were to just do that with deer, we'd be so overrun with deer.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're talking about, I mean...
Bobcats...
What is the population of a bobcat?
Well, maybe not exactly, the most now, but, certain circumstances like that, if you were out
Now, if it was
trapping...
attacking my child,
exactly,
then I'd fucking kill
right?
it.
Or if you were out trapping or something and you happened to grab one.
But what if you're a farmer and your whole income depends on your
cattle?
cattle?
That may be something different. Like, you may have to go through, like, your local USDA, your all of that, and go through
that's
proper
totally
channels.
different. That's totally situation.
Right, that's a different situation. Your livelihood's at stake.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm reading about bobcat. You can hunt bobcat in Missouri.
I wondered.
How about that?
I wondered if there was a season.
Look, I don't want to sound like a giant pussy here and say, like, but I don't know, like, capture it, give it to the Humane Society, and let them, like, deal with it. I'm not going to blow some
What are they
animal.
going to do with it, though?
Because if I kill a cat, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to skin something.
Yeah.
Well, no, absolutely. But what are they going to do with it, though?
Probably put it in some kind of maybe habitat, like safe habitat.
Man, I don't know.
Private habitat.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, man.
I don't know how that works.
It's a wild animal.
Right. I don't know how that works. Go to Branson, be in one of them zoos that you drive through.
That's a fucking bobcat.
I would run the fuck away if I
Life
saw one.
finds a way.
If I saw
at the
one
Branson
fuck
Zoo.
yeah.
in the woods.
Well, you know what? If that thing's so have you guys seen the video of the guy just like hiking in, I don't know if it was Montana or some rural area?
Is that the one with the bear?
No. It was a fucking bobcat or something, like a mountain lion was following him on this hiking trail.
And
I'm sure you guys all seen that. If you're listening to this right now, I'm sure you've seen this video.
I think we even talked
and so
about
like he like would turn around and be like no, and would stop, and then it would act aggressive, and then he would take like 5 or 10 steps back, and this thing would move forward, and he'd be like no. So then like this went on for about like fucking 5 minutes.
And they have a
dude.
video of this?
Yes,
Okay.
it's online right now, and so like. I was scared for the dude, but I mean, obviously he got out of there because the video's published.
And it was a mountain lion?
But he threw like a rock at it and shit. Like,
Fuck that.
It's like, and he was like yelling at it.
No,
so
thank
eventually, I don't know what happened, but eventually the cat just got scared and took off.
I think I found it.
You can tell that this dude's heart was racing.
Yeah, mountain lion follows hiker for nearly 6 minutes. This is from about 4 months ago.
So yes, 5 or 6 minutes. But it was scary, right? Like, what would you do in that situation?
Dude.
Like, I love the comments.
After I shit my pants?
Right.
I love the comments, like, on YouTube. They're like, oh, well, all you do is, like, you just bend down and act like it's boss. Okay,
Right.
so it's so easy to be a Monday morning quarterback
Yeah.
to this situation.
Well, there's
Like, are you
also
some kind of... Like, people are just... People online
People
are
online
idiots.
are the worst. We are at our worst when we're online.
Have you
Absolutely.
seen the Facebook meme where it's how to survive a bear attack? It's like step 1, let the bear lunge at you, dodge. Step 2, punch the bear. Step 3, like uppercut the, and then like by step 9, it's like go back to step 3 because you're dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I thought the story that you were going to talk about that I thought you were going to talk about before you went on was this guy. There was a guy, I don't know, maybe a year ago that killed a mountain lion with his bare hands. A hiker.
Oh, I remember that
hiker
dude. Yeah, I saw that.
And then there was a press conference.
Yeah.
And
Was he related to you?
No, he's not. Not that I know of. He probably is, though.
Right.
Honestly, I'm sure there's got to be a connection in there.
Right,
somewhere.
there's got to be.
Oh.
But if I remember correctly, like the press conference, I think his girlfriend was sitting next to him in the press conference, and the whole time I'm watching that press conference, thinking, that dude is gonna get so.
Oh my
laid
God!
tonight.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right, he slayed the pussy already.
Yeah. Exactly,
Already.
Exactly. I mean, how many guys?
Right.
How many guys that can
Damn.
claim to have ever done anything like that?
That guy slays
With your bare hands.
Well, you know that dude's
right?
getting mad ass now.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
It's like she's like, "Hey, are you the guy who killed the bear with the bare hands?" Goddamn right.
Well, and even now, like after the whole fame settled down, you know, she's like, "Oh yeah, show me how you killed that bear."
Yeah, this is the guy.
Show me how
Oh,
you
that's
did
the
it.
guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's like Dave's grandpa when he was young.
It could be. It could be reincarnated.
I like how he's got the nose all scratched up.
Oh, he's got some scratches,
Did he just?
man.
Did he? So did he talk about like how it went down?
Yeah, he did a whole press conference, man.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Yep. And
Press
like I said, I
conference.
think that his girlfriend was sitting next to him the whole time. I'm pretty sure she was. Just getting wet the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
What's up, Squirty McGee?
Yeah, I mean, I had one encounter with a dog once. This
where's
dog
this
was
going?
chasing after me, where I thought I was gonna get mauled.
Yeah.
And I knew he was gonna catch up to me. I knew I had no shot of beating him speed wise. So eventually, when I knew I was gonna get caught, I flipped myself around and faced the dog. And when I did that,
yeah, he backed down.
He backed down. That was
Yeah.
the only thing that saved me.
I can't remember the name of the movie.
When God said, "Let there be light," Dave's grandpa said, "Say please."
Yeah. Dave's grandpa.
But that dude, I mean, mad props to that guy.
Fucking love that.
Killing a bear.
It's a mountain lion.
What are we talking about? My grandpa or the
No.
guy?
No, your grandpa killing the bear. That was amazing.
The bear, man.
That was badass. But he had a gun. I mean,
Doesn't matter.
it's not like he did it with his bare hands.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even the guy with the mountain lion. I mean,
Right.
that's still you're fighting a giant cat. Like you ever lay there and like you're petting like your domestic cat,
Right.
And then
you
you're
pet
like
him a little wrong.
and like no, you're kind of like laying on the bed and looking at it from like a small point of view, like
Right.
wow, how much if I was this small, and the cat would probably kill you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like literally, if your domestic cat was maybe 70 pounds bigger than it is,
Right.
it would fucking kill you.
Probably.
Because cats are assholes, dude.
Absolutely.
Cats are assholes.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into this. The cat. Sarah's like, what's your deal with cats? I'm like, they smell
Yeah, they do.
and they're assholes. They shit in a litter. They'll shit outside the litter. You know, they'll fucking fuck with you until they eat. But they're the only animal that plays around for the kill.
Yeah.
Like they don't let anything live. They just kill everything.
They'll play with it for a while.
like
before
dogs,
they
they
get rid of it.
like
Yeah.
dogs, they'll play with something and let it go
And let
whatever.
it live. Yeah.
Right.
But cats, nah.
As,
Cats are they're spiteful, dude.
Yeah.
Cats are assholes. Any animal that expects me to sift through its shit and will watch me,
Right.
like, hey, litter box getting pretty full over here.
But here's the thing.
I'm gonna piss on your bed if you don't clean my shit out.
So your cat's an asshole, right? Any household domestic cat's an asshole. Imagine a fucking 70-pound mountain
Asshole.
lion. Exactly.
70-pound asshole.
That's when shit gets real.
I mean, it's a hole though. It can't be 70 pounds.
Yes, it can. Oh, yes, it can.
Look at
And
lions.
it has teeth.
Look at lions and tigers
And bears. Oh my.
Look at them though. They kill anything that they want really in the wild.
Pretty much.
I heard at one time that the polar bear was the only animal that is known to hunt humans in the wild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I've heard like big cats, like guys walking in the jungle and they'll hear shit up above them and it's like a panther that's been stalking them for miles.
Oh, wow.
You know,
That's fucked
jump
up.
down on them and kill them.
Well,
that.
the thing going back to the polar
Right.
bears though, like, so if you're a human in a fucking frozen tundra with lack of food, of course a fucking polar bear is gonna hunt your ass because
Yeah,
you're like one of
probably.
the most living things in the fucking Arctic anyway.
Right.
Yeah, you got to get the polar bear first.
It's either you or what
Excuse
else? An icicle.
That's what I'm saying. You got to
Right.
get Mr. Polar Bear first and eat him.
Yeah,
Then wear his ass.
I remember watching one of Anthony.
Right, 'cause
Anthony
it's cold up
Bourdain's-
there.
make a hood out of him.
Right.
I remember watching one of Anthony Bourdain's shows where he went up into the Alaskan Arctic or whatever and was hunting with like Inuits, and it was not otters but like sea lions, I think it was, that they would kill them and they would take the whole animal into the building and just cut it open and just eat the whole fucking thing raw. They didn't even cook it. And so I just remember watching Anthony Bourdain.
Don't you have to cook an otter?
Well, I
like
think,
salmon's one thing, fish is one thing. It's like sushi.
I don't think it was an otter. I think
Okay.
I want to say it's like a sea lion, maybe one of those things. What's the other thing that's kind of like a sea lion?
A walrus.
No, I don't know. One of those things, man. But those people up in the Arctic eat that shit raw. They kill it. They cut it up, cut its guts open, and spread it all out over the floor.
Sea otters, sea lions.
Have you watched Life Below Zero yet? On Discovery?
No.
If you just have an hour, you're just relaxing on your couch, and you just have an hour to waste. It's a pretty cool show, dude.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you know what? A lot of these reality shows are scripted, but this shit, people are living this life.
I remember you
It's a
mentioned that
real show, and it's incredible. It's incredible how these people live. Some people choose to live this way.
Right.
Some people were born in it.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of them who are like, you know what? I'm tired of fucking San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm tired of Seattle. I'm tired of living in New York City.
Could you do that?
And they just fucking cold turkey everything.
Yeah.
And they live up in the fucking wilderness in Alaska. And
Hey, man.
They live off the land.
Yeah.
They build their own shelter. And some of these shelters are super nice. I'm like, who the fuck is this handy?
Yeah.
Who the hell can just like cut down some trees?
Well, you got to be handy
shave
if you're
the
gonna
tree
do that.
down, build a foundation for your house, and
Right.
start building it up.
Well,
it's
that's
insane, dude.
That's the whole thing about where we are at this point in our history. We've got all of this technology. We can communicate from vast distances
Reliable.
instantly. But I don't think that all of this technology has made us happier.
No.
In fact, I think it's had the opposite effect. So
I mean, look at depression and teenagers.
yeah, I
with
mean,
social media and all
social
this.
media is a huge part of that.
Cyberbullying and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean,
suicide
it's
rates are going through the roof. with
horrible,
kids.
dude. It's all mental.
Yeah.
because of social media. And then there's people like, you know, they're old friends and they crave what their old friends have. They're jealous and God, I wish I had their life. No, appreciate what you fucking have. Stop thinking about what other people have. You know, people go on there and they like, hey, check out my house. I paid $500,000 for it.
Well, that's
and
just
this and
it.
that.
You only see the good things.
Everybody
Right.
fronts.
Right.
Everyone sees the good things. They don't
sees
hear
the
about the
ugly on
They,
Facebook.
Right.
No, exactly.
Some people put their dirty laundry out there.
That's a bit much.
And I wish they wouldn't.
I agree most of
And
the time. Yeah.
I think social media's gotten to the point where it's like people like us, people our age, are just kind of sick of it. Like in a way, we like it. Like okay, so
Right.
for one, we use
use
it.
it.
We use it as a vehicle for our podcast.
Yeah.
To get us out there to, you know, to form a network, to form friends in
Right.
our podcast society, and also to people who listen to us.
Yeah. It's a
But
necessary
to
evil.
use it every day in your own personal life as as a necessity,
Yeah.
it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, a little bit.
People spend
But kids use it as that.
Yeah.
They use it. They need it. They crave it.
Right.
And they want to
That's
be
all they
accepted.
know now,
But they want to be
though.
accepted on it.
Right. Like my
And
kids want to
that's-
be influencers.
Every
Right,
kid,
right.
every kid
Right.
wants to be an
And so I
influencer.
set up a laptop with OBS software and Roblox and let my boy go. Mm-hmm. And he's actually pretty good.
No, but know
Is
what?
he?
Being an influencer is way different than being someone who's bullying someone that they're going to
No,
kill themselves.
Absolutely. There's no place for that.
There's none.
But you're
and it
always
should be
gonna
a
have
fucking
it.
crime.
But
it
you're
should be a
always,
crime.
You're always going to have it, though. As long as you have people behind the technology, we're always going to misuse it.
But you know, even the people that aren't blatantly trying to, you know, tell people that they're pieces of shit, even the people that just post vain shit. Look at my big house, look at my nice car. Even those things have a huge effect on us and our kids when they see them.
Yeah.
You know, we see those things and we feel like we're not adequate.
Like when I bought my new Jeep, you know, I worked hard to get to where I was at.
Right.
And I posted a couple pictures when I first got it. But I haven't posted like, yo, check out this. And this.
Right.
Right.
Like, because I feel like I don't want to gloat. Because it is a nice vehicle. And I'm not trying to be an ass. Like, it's just something that I got because I worked hard.
You worked your ass off
and got it.
and you're proud of it.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
And like, now, like, if Sloane's in it or whatever, then I'll be like, oh, cool. It's a perfect time to get a picture in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm not trying to flash it off.
She's gonna have a ton of great memories in the back of that.
But it's because
vehicle.
of social media. I don't want to be like, hey, check out my Jeep today. It's fucking, you know, it looks really good.
Skate,
I washed
skate.
it up. Here's
Jeep,
my
Jeep.
balls on the hood.
Jeep,
you know
Jeep.
what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's, I see other people do it, and then I see like, I read about things like people just being jealous, and they become.
Dude, what about
it is a snowball effect of depression, and like I wish I was this and that, and it just appreciate what you have in life.
What about old girl down at the lake that tried to hire somebody to kill her?
Holy fucking shit!
Did you guys hear about that?
I know
Let's
that
talk
chick.
about this.
I know that chick.
Holy,
do you really?
You fucking know her personally?
Okay, so check this out.
She's a little unhinged looking.
Okay, I'll tell you this much. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. So check this out. When I was a little kid, I grew up in Jeff City on Shawn Drive. And I'm not going to name
Was
names.
she a news reporter?
No, she was a boat
real
estate
racer
agent.
and a real estate
and
real
apparently
estate
a world
agent.
record holding boat racer.
Oh, she's world record.
Yeah, she's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
What?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Right on. Good for her.
But no,
Good
so
for her.
when I was a little kid, man, I grew up on Shawn Drive, and my buddy Levi.
Shout out to Levi.
Shout out to Levi, man. He had a stepsister who was extremely hot and sexy.
Right,
she was Miss. I'm pretty sure she was Miss Teen Missouri at one time.
Was this her?
No.
Oh.
No. But she competed in all these beauty pageants and shit, as did
this chick,
Leanne. And so like I would go over to his house, and she would be there hanging out with his stepsister. And then I would see her, like when I was doing the band thing, playing out at bars, I would see her out at the bars a lot too.
Yeah, there you go.
There she is.
But I'm not surprised, dude. She always came across to me as being very narcissistic.
She's charged with trying to hire someone to kill her ex-husband's mother.
But
that's some true hatred for your
but listen to how
ex-mother-in-law.
much she was only willing to pay.
Wasn't it like $1,500?
Yeah, it was like $1,500.
And
Are
like
you kidding?
and I think they got so then when the witness told her $1,500, her response was, "That's reasonable."
That seems reasonable,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
$1,500
he told
for killing her.
She told him to make it look like an accident. And then the great thing, somebody in the KRCG comments section posted a video of her at a church down at the lake. It was like it was a video of her getting baptized, and it was from like 4 months ago. It was not
shit.
from that long ago. And if you read one of the other things that the witness said, that she said, was that she was having a hard time with the whole idea of killing her ex-mother-in-law because she was a Christian, but that she figured that she could just ask forgiveness from God after it happened. Like, she literally said that shit out loud.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 months ago she got baptized.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She looks crazy as fuck.
Yeah, right. She looks like she's not all there.
And if you listen to her voice, dude, you can tell that chick has been smoking like 8 packs of cigarettes a day since she was 15.
You're talking about
Leanne. Yeah, man. Her voice is like very, very...
Our girl there.
She's like, "Hey, Dave, you going out for some cigarettes tonight?
Hey,
Seriously.
baby, you all
Seriously.
going out over here?
You want to see my titties?"
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that.
She was a
'cause-
babe when she was younger.
Right, there's some pictures of her online where she's totally like babed out, and really past her prime.
I remember I had like a calendar with her on it because
of course you did.
well, because my buddy's stepsister was on it too. It was like a fucking,
So of course you did, right?
like a benefit calendar or some shit that they
Right.
sold.
Oh, it benefited.
And
that's
she was
for
on
sure.
it. Yeah, it probably benefited me when I was in about 4th or 5th grade.
How old is she?
43, I think.
She's my age.
Dude, she's so old.
She's our age, Scott.
She's our age.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she's.
I think
43.
she's older than that.
No, I don't think she is, because my sister's 46, and my sister didn't know her. She graduated from JC. She graduated from the
Before or
same-
after your sister?
After. My sister graduated in 98, and I think she graduated
Dude,
in like 01.
I graduated
Or no,
in 96.
No, I'm sorry, 94. My sister graduated in 94. My bad.
Oh, her Facebook's gone.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
rid of
it's gone. Yeah,
Son
but it
of a
was up
gun.
for a while. I'm pretty sure I used to be friends with her on Facebook. I don't think I was when all of this shit went down, but I'm pretty sure I was friends with her for a time. I always thought
she's
she was-
going to prison.
Crazy
so.
chick alert.
Well, and the other thing is, like, she's got all this money, she's got all these connections, and apparently, like, when they arrested her, she was like, "I'll be out in 15
Cue the
minutes."
Buck
Like-
Cherry song.
Like, she had
Right.
she had already
Y'all crazy bitch.
yeah. She had already like talked to the mayor about it because like she knew kind of that they were going after her. Yeah, man, it's a crazy deal. Like I saw like the Washington Post wrote an article about it. Like it's been all over.
Damn,
it's been on national.
She's
news.
probably pissed that like the Ozarks show isn't good enough. So she's
I
like,
was just
"Fuck
thinking
this."
that, man.
Yeah, I saw a lot of our Ozark jokes.
Here's
in
a
the
real
comment
story
section.
of the Ozarks,
Oh,
motherfuckers.
gosh,
Yeah.
your fucking Ozarks jokes.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I'm sure there will be a 48-hour special in no time.
Oh, guaranteed.
She must have really hated her mother-in-law.
Clearly. Well, if you
That's
read,
some true hatred to like pay someone to take a hit out on him.
she thought
Golly.
she thought apparently, according to the witness, she thought that her mother-in-law was, negatively influencing her relationship with her daughter, and so I think that was what it was about.
An anonymous witness connected with them after they taped their conversation with
Bauman.
Leanne.
Bauman.
Is it Bauman?
It was Leanne Bergen before she was married. I think she's been married like 4 or 5 times too, though.
Oh, so she's like she could potentially change her name.
I'm pretty sure.
So Bauman, Bergman, Bauman, Booman.
So basically, she's like, "Do you know anybody?" Bauman allegedly asked the witness.
Who at first thought the mom was asking about marijuana.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I want a hit.
Hey, do you want some good shit?
You say you want a hitch?
This is what I was talking about. She knew
I'm
it was
looking for
wrong.
some Septiva.
She knew it was wrong as a Christian, but she would go to church and ask for forgiveness after it was done.
Dang, man.
She knew it was wrong as a Christian.
But I'm still going to do it.
But I can still do it.
I
was just gonna do that.
So that's the reason. That's
Just
the reason.
a slob like one.
That's the reason why people
Lighters out.
fucking hate religion is because people use their religion as an excuse to be an asshole. Like,
Well,
okay,
of course.
Like David Koresh.
Yeah, I can. Well, yeah, I can be an asshole because I can ask for forgiveness. Oh,
Right.
forgive me.
Well,
Father,
that's how the Lord works. You don't ask for a bike. You go steal the bike and then you ask for forgiveness. Yeah.
The witness told her that she knew people in St. Louis who could help.
But once you tell them to kill someone, quote, they don't stop.
Damn. She probably feels like such an asshole right now.
Maybe
Because
not.
you know what?
I don't think she does.
I was
'cause
gonna say, I don't think
No,
she's
like
narcissistic.
I feel like she was probably drunk. I'm not giving her any excuses, but she was probably drunk or something.
Coked up. I'm pretty sure she was.
And she was probably like just having a random
Damn,
conversation
Dave.
about,
Pretty sure she was.
I hate my ex-mother-in-law, and I blame her for my marriage
Screw that
situation.
chick.
But here's the thing, dude. If you read on,
And she's probably just talking like off kill, and then
no, that wasn't it.
She was
dude.
super serious.
There were like multiple encounters. It wasn't just one encounter where they got her to say what they wanted her to say. It was multiple, and they even kind of sort of like tried to talk her out of it, basically. And she continued to persist.
Like, honey, you don't want to kill these people. You really don't.
And that's probably about what it sounded like.
Why don't we just go wakeboarding tomorrow?
I'm pretty sure she lives in Jeff City.
God damn it, I love
She
wakeboarding.
so she works at the lake, but she lives in Jeff.
She's a realtor at
I
the
think
lake, right?
so. Like I know she graduated from JC.
Did she?
Yeah.
So she graduated probably in '96.
Or earlier. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if she's 43, I'm 38. So yeah, I graduated in 2000.
96 or 95.
96-ish. Yeah.
The old 96er.
Killing bitches.
Boom.
No, but to go back to what you were saying, Maddie, I don't think she feels like based on my interactions with her and other people that I know have had more interactions with her, I feel like she's one of those people that will never take responsibility for
I know those people.
for her actions.
So it's pretty recent, March 2nd. She called the witness.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that baptism video, I think, was from like November.
$1,500.
Yeah, come on, man.
Like a mob hits like
I know,
close to
right?
$1 million.
That makes me laugh every time when
Like
I
you're
read
taking
it.
someone else's life. Make it fucking worth it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna hire a hitman, I don't want to hire.
I'm sorry, I'm watching.
What kind of shitty hitman?
Like I'm watching
is,
Sopranos currently, and I'm like,
oh,
they're
I knew
offering,
it. I knew it.
Like on the Sopranos, and I don't even know how accurate this is, but they're offering like $1 million to $2 million for a hit.
Probably a high-profile target, though.
Right.
But still,
That's what makes me laugh
Yeah.
when I watch John Wick and they're like $5
Like,
million,
you can't-
and
you
everyone's
can't-
going crazy.
dude, you couldn't even like pay someone $1,500 to kill someone's dog.
Right? You killing me? Big Pussy got put down for more than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy-
That's crazy, man.
crazy.
On The
world.
Sopranos.
Crazy world we live in. Okay, I officially have to pee now, guys.
Oh, so we need to take a break?
Should we
Well,
take a
here's another
break?
thing. She called the mayor of Lake of the Ozarks and
Yeah.
said, we had lunch with the mayor earlier the day and informed him about what was going on.
Yeah.
Right, because he...
She's got connections.
And he
dude.
probably heard that shit. He's like, fuck that.
Right, I don't know you after
She's a
this.
crazy ass biatch.
But she does have a lot of connections.
But before you go, one last time.
Let me take a piss.
I don't think she's gonna weasel her way out of this.
Nah. Nah, all right.
She done, dog.
maybe
She gone.
not.
She done.
She gone.
You got a little something over there, Maddie? She
Yeah.
done, baby.
She done, bitch.
She done. She done. No selling that Ozark real estate anymore. Is it?
Sorry. I'm forever blowing someone's
Rest
head
in
off on this
peace, headphone
podcast.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
So if you'd like to check us out on Patreon, you can always do that. patreon.com/the Old 77 Podcast.
That's right. Hit us up on, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever they call that.
Pretty much all the
that stuff.
platforms.
Apple Podcast, yeah, you got it.
And streaming live on Twitch.
Like right now.
All the
Right?
podcasts.
Not right now.
Just
just the first
Yeah.
segment. Yeah.
And by the way, if you're listening to college basketball and once you get done your post game, join us.
Yes.
On
Join us
TuneIn.
on TuneIn.
Yeah.
That's right.
There we
That's
go.
right.
All right,
That's a
y'all.
good point. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, we'll see you soon.
Yes, we'll see you in a bit.
Oh yeah. Welcome back to the old 77.
It's a safe place. Sorry, Dave.
In an unsafe world.
Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
Okay.
NPR voice.
NPR.
NPR. So we're back here in the old 77 studios.
So
Which, by the way, the naming rights are available if you would like to purchase them.
Yes.
Just head on over to patreon.com/the old 77 podcast.
$5 give you anything.
$5 make you holla.
$20 give you naming
Anything.
rights. Hell, I don't know.
And a salad tossing.
Also, if you're watching the video right now, up in the left-hand corner, this space is available.
That's right.
Yeah. Hit us up at Patreon. You can send us a message, find out how you can get your business or logo up there.
That's right.
I mean, we're having growing pains right now, but damn it, fellas, we're going to be good one day.
But we're growing.
One of
Right.
these days.
Right. Maybe
Anyway,
next week.
So a sad day
It's possible.
has happened this past week.
Oh, that's right.
When a man who changed all of our lives by, the way we listened to music back in the 80s.
I've forgotten his name.
Dutch inventor of audio cassette tapes dies at the age of 94. His name, well, he was Dutch, and it's Lou Ottens.
Can you pronounce that correctly for us, Scotty?
That is Lou Ottens.
Thank you.
Lou
Thank you very much.
Ottens. Thank you very much.
I always
Scott's
know.
an expert.
Scott.
Yeah, I always know I get an accurate translation
He's
with Scott.
Scott.
Yeah, he takes good care.
He was a pioneer a pioneer in his industry.
I love the high fidelity.
Do you guys?
He was actually the inventor of the cassette tape and the CD player.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh,
man.
dope! I didn't know that,
dude. So he
changed
actually,
the world, dude.
He invented a format that ended his other invention.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
Well, he saw it all happen.
Man,
he saw the CD die too.
Yeah,
the digital.
Okay, so what?
How bad was that for him later in life? Right? Like,
he probably made his money.
Oh, he was
guaranteed.
He was banking, dude.
So
he was rolling up hundreds to wipe his ass.
He was Scrooge McDuck, just dumping into a pile of coin.
Right.
Every cassette that we bought,
doing backflips into it, like
he was making money. So, do you guys remember the era before cassette tapes? Like, do you guys remember 8-tracks?
A little bit. Yeah.
See, cassettes is really like the earliest thing that I remember.
Yeah, it probably would be coming around in '82.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was in Hillsboro, Illinois, on the town square, there was a little itty bitty record store, and me and my older sister would go there like every Friday whenever she got paid, and we would buy like the latest whatever country music artist that we were listening to at the time's 8-track.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool as a kid.
Yeah, I never owned an 8-track player. Is that what you called it?
Yeah,
8-track
8-track player.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My dad, his old car, he had an old 8-track in it.
My
But then
mom
he's
had
like, we're gonna sell this shit.
My mom had a Ford LTD with an 8-track in it.
My dad's like, fuck this car.
You could bounce that car off a mountain.
My dad had an Oldsmobile, one of those old ones.
Dude,
like,
those were great.
It was like a fucking tank.
Yeah, man, those were some big ass
They had
cars.
the 77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some wide motherfuckers.
Dude, we went on a camping trip and it was pouring rain outside and there was all kinds of rain inside of our tent. So we had to sleep inside the Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
This thing was so fucking
You
huge.
probably were better off in there.
I was
anyway,
gonna
man.
say, yeah.
And there was no like single bucket seats. There was like one long seat in the front.
Oh, the bench.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was one bench seat in the back.
Yeah.
And my dad and I just slept in there.
Imagine that.
And it was that old
Jim
like,
Francis,
it was
neck
that-
and champ.
And it was that like
Had
leather
bench
seating,
seating.
which we get hot and you just get all sticky. on it.
Right. And whenever you get done, you can just take the hose too.
And I'd be like, Dad, I'm hot. And he'd be like, shut the fuck up. Be a man. I was like, fuck. I don't want to be a man yet. I'm 10 years old.
I don't want to be
See, man, those are the dad memories that I wish I had.
Like my dad would be like, I'd be playing with my G.I. Joes. I'm like 8. And he'd be like, why are you playing with toys? You should get a fucking job. I'm like, I'm fucking 8
I'm
years
8.
old, Dad. Son of a bitch.
But it shaped you into the man you are today.
Right,
Yeah.
man, right.
Well, I remember he like, so I had a, Black Sheep, the hip hop.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hip hop group called Black Sheep.
Well,
I
they're hits.
had them in cassette. So like, you know how on the cassettes they had like the lyrics inside,
Right. That was the great thing about
the paper
cassettes.
fold and all that.
And,
Your
and
pops read
So
the
my
lyrics,
dad's like,
didn't he?
"What the fuck is this shit?" And he like fucking took the tape and he like crushed it. Oh, he crushed my Black Sheep shit, man.
Man, Black Sheep was the shit back in the day, man. You could do with this, or you could do with that.
There we go.
Engine number 9
I
on the New York Transit line. If that train were to fall off the track, I'll pick it up, I'll pick it up, I'll pick it up. Back on the scene, crispy and clear. Like, dude, it was such.
That's
old
such a
school
great era.
hip-hop
Such a
shit,
great
dude.
era,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm trying to get that shit to play, but
Yeah.
my Spotify's been acting weird lately, guys. Like I'll hit a song,
Right.
and it just sits there for a minute.
Big
Well,
Brother,
the
dude.
problem we're gonna have
watching
actually,
Big Brother.
if you're here, it's probably because we're recording and we were streaming earlier.
Yeah,
We were taking up all your bandwidth,
taking
man.
up all my shit,
Yep.
but it happens all the time. Man.
Oh, well, never mind.
It's not just
Yeah.
here.
Well, never mind.
And I've always had good things to say about Spotify. So
Right?
I don't know. It could be that my iPhone is really old. Like I've got an iPhone like 2.5,
Right. It could be.
maybe 3. Hey, it finally started
Nice.
playing. Yeah, finally.
Doodly doodly doo. Screedles.
Yeah. What a great era of hip hop, man.
I have that actually on my iTunes.
Yeah,
My part of my hip hop collection.
absolutely. On iTunes or Spotify?
If you go into my hip hop collection in my iTunes,
Yeah.
it's all like old school hip hop.
Do you do iTunes as well as, because you do Spotify too, right? Because
Well, I have an Apple phone, so like iTunes is like my wife and I both have iTunes.
I have an
so
Apple
I have
phone.
like different categories. I have shit for Sloan.
Yeah,
I have
me too.
country. I have hip hop. I have rock.
Well, I can
Like,
see.
you know, remember that meme that we posted on Facebook with the country guy shaking hands with fucking Tupac?
Yeah.
Like, that's my fucking play. Like, my playlists are
that.
segregated.
I agree that that's what.
But I
you're
like
listening
everything
to.
segregated. Like, I like my hip hop with my hip hop.
Sure, absolutely.
And I like my country with my country.
Right.
Because if I'm in a certain mood, I want to be in that mood.
Sure.
I don't want to be listening to Blink and then listening to Wu-Tang and then listening to George Strait.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward when you
It's
go.
like,
from,
I just if I'm in a mood, I'll just go to that.
I'm generally am the same
Like
way.
Big Pun, I don't want to be a player anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a player no more.
You know, I can see what you're listening to on Spotify. Do you know that?
Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Big brother.
Wow, that sounds.
Dave, you're my big brother.
Weird.
Uh-huh.
Son of a bitch.
It is weird. A lot of people don't know that, man. Like, if you follow
wait, you're
somebody,
older.
Hold on, let me see if I can find. There's Matt. So Matt Francis, the last thing that it tells me that you listened to, it was fucking George Strait. How about them cowgirls?
And it's funny because
12 hours ago.
Here's the story to that. Today in work, a certain property got to me. You could probably take a guess on who it was.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Their women's team won their conference championship.
And that's what they wanted.
So they know. Well, the montage wasn't going out to like a film. The montage was going out to like sell the sales and all that. That wasn't being aired or anything. So I basically like chopped the song up and then I put like 4 highlights in there. And then George Strait was like, "How about them cowgirls?" like 4 times. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
And you know what? The property, they were happy.
Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
it was a big dub in my corner today.
Nice. Good for you.
It's one of my favorite properties too. So
Yeah.
Oh well, then that always makes it too.
yeah. But
I don't really go out and go all out like
as
that.
far as
for any of mine, even the ones I like.
As far as George Strait goes, though, that dude was a master of country, man. Like,
Sure.
Yeah, but he never wrote one of his tunes.
He didn't?
No, he's just a singer, man. He's not a writer.
How about that?
Every one of he's had like what 42 hits, 42 number one
Really?
hits, and they've all been wrote for him.
Well, at least he's made coin from it.
But yeah, he'll freely admit it. I'm just a singer, and he is, man. He can get out there and belt that shit out.
Do you guys?
He makes you feel it, you know.
I think he has like 1,000 acre ranch and shit
Jesus.
down in fucking like
why not
Arizona,
right?
Could you imagine 1,000 acres? That's all yours. You do whatever the fuck you want on that, right?
Yeah,
it's your property.
I mean, you could literally walk 100 acres on it naked.
Yeah, I mean, you can have giant fucking.
I'm naked on my land.
What,
all
you
the
never
time.
thought
You
that?
can have like giant
Jesus.
festivals and shit on there if you
Yeah,
want.
you know,
to.
he probably could. But
He
would
paid-
you want to afterwards? I mean,
We're like, hey guys,
clean up.
yeah, we're gonna have a giant peyote party on my.
Plus,
desert,
at the end of the
desert
day,
ranch.
everyone knows where George Strait lives. I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, he's probably one of those guys who's like, a very private guy.
Oh, I bet he is.
Wants to keep it like silent to where he's at. And
Who do you guys think is the number one selling musical artist of all time? It could be a band or a artist.
Musical artist of all time?
Beatles.
Music.
Oh no, it's got to be
Beatles or
somebody
Michael Jackson?
new. Ariana Grande.
No, of all time, bro.
Beatles or Michael Jackson?
I'm just whipping that out, man.
You really think Ariana Grande has sold more albums than the Beatles?
She just beat somebody for an all-time record.
Maybe like,
And it was because she's online and you can easily access it now.
Matt
to
was-
where like the Beatles have
Don't
so
say
many
Kanye.
in-store sales.
this
and
is not
she
my opinion.
surpassed
This is
it
the numbers.
because
Yeah.
it's all digital downloads.
Yeah, no, so Matt was exactly right. The Beatles and Michael Jackson are the top two.
Really, top 2?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And doesn't Michael Jackson own the Beatles?
At one point, I think he did. I don't know if he still
So
does, but
the-
yeah, at one
so
point. he
Neverland's
did.
making money off of that?
And then it's Elvis Presley, and then it's Queen, and then it's Madonna and the Stones and Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. But here's the thing, man. I could have sworn that Garth Brooks was on that list somewhere. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
remember
sounds-
seeing one of those lists recently and being surprised at how high up on the list Garth Brooks was. He's one of the country
He's a
guys
beast,
that
dude.
I used to dig.
He's a
into.
juggernaut of country.
That dude puts on a
But
hell
not
of a
only
show,
that,
too.
but he has like a power marriage with Trisha Yearwood.
Yearwood, yeah.
Do you remember when it was Sandy?
Do you know Trisha has her own fucking cooking show on Saturday mornings?
Did not.
My wife watches her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Food Network?
on the Food Network.
No, it's not on the Food Network. It's on some other shit.
Huh.
Is it the Food Channel then?
But she makes some like fucking fire ass food.
Yeah.
Like there's some awesome recipes. Yeah.
Does your wife like to cook? Does she watch?
Sarah's a really good cook.
She's a good cook.
Yeah. I got lucky. She can bake. She can cook. She can do it all.
She can do it all. My wife was not a very good cook when we met, but she's getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting better too.
Well, I mean, it's the daily beatings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know that food is
no doubt
a pathway to a man's heart?
Ding 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 ding. Ding.
Dave always with the daily beatings of his wife.
Yeah.
He's such a hard ass.
Yeah.
If any woman wants to get their man, food is the pathway.
It's a good way to go. What do you guys what do you guys feel is your best, like, if you could only cook one meal for somebody to try to show them that you're a good cook, what meal would you cook? What meal do you think you're the best at cooking?
I made a mean ass pasta dish last night.
Yeah, mine would be pasta too.
It was
really.
It was linguine with. I tossed it with butter, olive oil, all kinds of Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
Garlic powder, onion powder. I mean, I went out.
You went straight.
I got
You got to do the seasoning yourself.
Andouille sausage, shrimp, mushrooms, and tomatoes, and I
think
tossed it all together.
That's just key.
Dude, it was amazing. Plus, you had Texas toast on the side.
Gotta love that Texas toast.
You gotta have that. You gotta have that contrast, man. You gotta get that crunch in there.
Gotta get those
so
carbs. I mean, not that pasta's not carbs too, but yeah, you gotta
I
get
can
the
eat
different
pasta.
texture.
I can eat pasta any time of the day. If it's fucking good, I will destroy it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be good, though.
I get full quick now these days. I don't know what it is.
You're getting older, man.
Yeah, just your metabolism slowing down.
Probably what it is.
Well, I made mention of that today. Like, everything I do now is slowed down. Like my output, everything, I'm all slowed down, but my quality is still the same.
Mm-hmm. Just takes you longer to get there.
I guess I'm there now. I'm an adult. I'm full on adult.
Well, Scott, me and you are now 43. And
back in the day.
I remember back in the day, I used to wear fucking, newspapers for shoes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Paradise.
We used to use milk crates for
Right.
basketball
My
hoops.
family used to have tied-on flip-flops that were made out of bottles that were smashed, and they were glass.
Back in my day, we used to use condoms. Hell, who am I kidding? We didn't use condoms.
Only sailors used them, and they never came around here. We were landlocked.
We use sheep intestines. That's what we do out in the country, boys.
Right, we just while the sheep is still in them.
Absolutely.
By the way, can I borrow this?
Just tying on
She's
it.
like, oh, that feels so good.
Scotty, did anybody was
Let me
cow
spit on it.
was cow tipping a thing in Illinois?
No, that was never really a thing.
That's what I've heard. It's not really a real thing.
Snipe hunting was a real thing, though.
Snipe hunting?
Yeah, have you ever heard of snipe hunting?
I have.
What are you sniping for?
Nothing.
So nothing, really. So you just make up this mythical creature. It's a snipe, and you take newbies out in the middle of the woods and leave them.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So when I was like 12 years old.
Did you get snipe hunted?
I sure did.
Oh. Damn.
We went camping. It was my uncles, myself, my cousins, and all.
Damn.
And we were in the middle
always
of
the uncle.
So it's nighttime. We're in the middle of the woods. My Uncle Dave's like, hey, Matt, have you ever been snipe hunting? I'm like, no.
And
He's
it's
like,
Uncle Dave. Dave's always a dick,
there are these
man.
little
It's always the
creatures.
Dave.
there are these little creatures just like hamsters. And they come in. If you just set your trash bag down, you can catch them.
Yeah.
Dude, I sat out in the woods for like an hour.
Trying to catch some
In
snipes.
the middle of the woods, dark out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
So they start throwing rocks and shit. I'm like, I didn't know it was them. And then like one of my uncles comes up and like runs up on me and scares the living fucking piss.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
So
they're like, ha ha ha.
Did you really
snipes aren't
piss
real."
yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm like,
I was like,
oh,
snipes
man.
and he's like, "Those snipes aren't real." I'm like, well, what the fuck? You guys are assholes.
That's a whole
What time
hour.
of day was
So then we
this?
just
Oh,
sat
it was
around the
night.
fire and
Had to
just,
have been.
we just like laughed about it the whole night.
Oh, my God.
My uncles, my dad were getting all fucking drunk and shit.
Well, now I know
Look at
I'm
little Matt over there.
Right.
I'm like playing with my G.I. Joes. I'm like, fuck you.
now I know
Let's go hunting, bitch.
That's what I'm gonna do with my kids when they get old enough to camp outside.
Snipe. It's like
I love that
oldest
they-
trick in the book, right,
They
Scott?
threw shit at you too.
I didn't know that one. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like turning my head. And,
Yeah.
what's going on there?
My dad was an old school coon hunter back in the day, so him and the guys would go out and do stuff. And I remember they'd talk about screech owls, like rah, just in the middle of the dark. Here'd come this great big ass owl at you. You'd have guys shitting their pants.
Oh, that's funny.
What's the biggest owl in nature? How big do owls get?
Pretty damn big, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it would be like a snowy owl because it would have to be a warm weathered Pacific Northwest.
There's got to be a big son of a bitch out there, right?
Huge, right? Like the condor.
Well,
the condor. No, the condor of owls.
But that's like a dinosaur.
Right.
The condor.
Right.
Dinosaurs.
The largest owl species is the Eurasian eagle owl, which can grow between 58 and 71 centimeters long.
It's a big fucking owl.
I don't know metric, though. How many inches is that? Siri, how many inches is 71 centimeters?
Oh, hello, Dave.
I don't know why she's not talking back. That's about 28 inches.
That's a big damn bird.
So that's what, 2
feet.
2.4 or 2 foot 4 inches.
Damn, Dave's whipping out percentages and shit. That's 2.56978.
It's all Siri, man. It's all Siri. So this lady that I work with today tried to tell me that she saw an owl, that it was as she saw it sitting on the ground, and she said it was like up to here.
Knee high to a woodpecker.
And you know what I thought of? Aliens, bro. You want to know why?
Why?
Because that's one of the most common things. They call them screen memories. When people have abduction experiences, whenever they their initial memories, owls is very common. They'll say, "I saw a huge owl." It's not always owls, but owls is like the most common one. And then when they do regressive hypnosis on it, it's only after they do the hypnosis that they realize that it was not an owl, it was an alien. And so they call those things screen memories.
Huh.
And so I'm pretty sure that the lady that I work with has probably been abducted.
I'm sorry, but if this fucking owl came at me, I'd run and piss my
I'd
pants.
shit my pants.
That's a big ass owl, man.
Big fucking screech owl.
But his wingspan's like way bigger than his body is.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that the wingspan is what really makes him so intimidating looking.
So you see that thing descending on you in the middle of the dark.
Fuck no.
It comes fucking screeching down on you.
Especially if you're like,
and it's got talons, so it can dig into you.
I mean, look at his paws, dude. Like they look like
Right.
paw. They look like.
He's digging in, man.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen, like, you guys know I live in the middle of nowhere. I hear owls all the time.
Oh, I
Every
bet you
night
do.
I hear owls, but I rarely see them.
There's a picture of.
Have you guys had
There's
very?
a picture of Jay's grandpa right here.
I've seen him in the barn.
You've
Yeah,
seen
but
him in the
instead
barn?
of the arm, it's his junk that he's roosting on,
He's
right?
just
He's
like-
just standing there in the Superman pose. And there's like 5 barn owls on his rod because it's so girthy and large.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
It's like these fucking owls.
I'd give that guy $6. No, I apologize, Mrs. Jordan.
No, I don't
Laird?
know. I don't.
Is that your mom? Your
it's
mom's?
Jordan.
Jordan.
But Laird. Yeah, how'd you know
Holy
Laird?
shit.
How'd you even know that?
Facebook.
Facebook. Oh, because my mom's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's her maiden name.
Yeah.
See, this looks like the owl from Harry Potter, the
Right?
snow owl.
The snowy owl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Owls
his
are
wings,
some.
dude, his wingspan's 4.8 feet.
And you know that their faces are like basically.
Now,
like,
is that total or is that just like per side?
No, that's total.
Okay, that's what
Locations
I was thinking.
North
That's like a
America
5-foot
and
log coming
the
at
Arctic
you.
tundra, dude.
I know, like condors. The condor has the widest wingspan,
Right.
And I think that's about a 7-footer.
Yeah, and that's like almost like the closest living thing to a pterodactyl we'll ever see, right?
Yeah.
Look how beautiful that thing is, though.
Majestic.
So one of the other crazy things about owls is like their face. Like, look at that
Look at
picture.
this guy here,
Their
yeah.
faces are basically like a fucking satellite dish.
Well,
you're right.
They are
And
curved.
their
Look at that sonar and shit.
They are curved that way to
Well,
pick
and their
up
head
sound,
can turn almost 360 degrees too. That's weird.
which is
Right.
crazy.
Oh, this is a great gray owl. So his wingspan's 5 feet, dude.
Damn.
Large facial disc,
Yeah, man, that thing coming at you.
a white mustache.
Moustache.
Look, he looks like a Frenchman.
Owls are very like majestic to me. Like they're
Very majestic.
They're very like
They're incredibly majestic when they barf up everything they've eaten.
Do they do that?
Yeah, so owl
like when they feed
pellets.
their young.
So when they eat mice, they'll like barf up or shit out a pellet. Basically, that's like all the hair because they swallow everything whole, and then they just
They
basically
absorb
crap
the
out
good
all the
shit.
bones, right?
Yeah.
Look at this shit right here. This guy's a nut.
Owl
Guy's
scat.
nuts.
Look at his face, though. Look at that dude's face.
Looks like a paparazzi shot or something.
Look at him. He's just like, fuck it.
He's walking out of Studio 54.
Right.
This guy's on some like peyote right now.
This is an owl upskirt.
But look at that. How amazing.
Owl's balls are hanging on that dude's shoulder. So sorry about that, man. I'm sorry.
We just shared a fucking mouse.
So, I don't know, I'm Eskimo Brothers with an owl now.
Yeah, fuck it. His junk was huge.
I still like the idea of using the junk as a roost pole.
Look at those things, man.
Dave's grandpa.
Dave's grandpa.
Look at those ones. Go up a little bit, Matt. Those
I think I
saw
saw a picture
of
of these guys.
Look at those little guys, man. No wonder aliens use them for screen memories. They look like little aliens.
So is that the connection that they try to make then with Native Americans and owl people?
There's a whole because there's a whole Native American. So John Mack, the guy from Harvard,
right? Yeah, you've talked about him.
He did a ton of work with Native Americans, and they all have these stories, but it's just their interpretation.
Okay.
Right.
They interpret them differently than we do.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah, my first experience with the owl people, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kidnapped Velma and her uncle.
Uh-huh.
At some lake. I don't remember.
Yeah, pretty traumatic stuff.
Of course, right?
There's a whole book that talks about like owls and synchronicities and how it's weird the way owls are revered, as sacred creatures in a lot of different
right. I wonder
cultures.
I wonder what the disconnect that makes them so special.
Well, they say I'm probably screwing this up, but I want to say it was the Native Americans that kind of looked at them as like bringers of wisdom. If you saw an owl,
I would also look at it as a fucking nightmare. Look at this damn thing.
Holy shit, is that an owl? That can't be an owl.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but it looks like a dinosaur with feathers on it and shit.
Yeah. I wish I knew what that was.
That looks like Lilith.
But it's
from mythology.
But look at it. It's chained down, dude. You can see the little braces on its feet.
It looks like Lilith.
Damn. What is that?
Yeah, I gotta know what that is, man.
That's frightening.
And now I gotta look up Lilith to see if that bird looks like Lilith.
Lilith was Adam's
It's a
first wife.
It's called a harpy eagle.
A harpy. Jesus.
Oh my god.
It looks like some Harry Potter shit.
Right, that does. Like it's gonna start talking to me in a minute. I have to bow to this thing before I can even look at it.
It says getting super close to an animal of this size and strength always poses a danger. Well, no kidding. Look at the damn.
Right?
Look
Rodrigo
at the damn,
over there is going to get his fucking jugular ripped out.
But look at it. It's chained down or something. It's locked up.
That thing could just rip your
look at its face.
Right
it looks
off.
like it looks like it has a helmet on.
Yeah. Looks like a plague doctor mask almost.
That could kill like a little.
Just take a bite out of you.
That could kill a 10-year-old.
It would just fly right off with your dog and eat it.
No, absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming something that big could fly, though.
This thing will be in my nightmares.
It's terrifying looking. It's absolutely terrifying looking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
If death had a look, that would be it. My god.
That would be
Is that the same thing? Is that the same species?
It's there's a bunch of different types of eagles all over the world.
I told you guys I saw a bald eagle the other day right above my mom's field. It was kind of breathtaking. It's the first time
Was it majestic?
Very majestic.
You know, bald eagles, like from the side, are majestic as shit, right?
Uh-huh.
But dead on, straight center, they look frightened.
Yeah, like
if you go like, oh,
yeah,
like they got a corn cob shoved up their ass or something.
Did you know that I think was it Ben Franklin originally wanted the American the official national bird of America to be
the
turkey.
Yeah.
Of course, you know that history guy.
And then we would eat the bald eagle. I don't know.
But everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Ben, you've been in too many fucking orgies
Right.
in France.
Yeah, you've been struck by lightning one too many times, bro.
On your junk, you have syphilis too many times. I mean, look, you can't even see. You've
Ben,
jerked
why
off so
is
much.
it that it's January and you're wearing shorts? Do you have gonorrhea?
It is awfully warm in here, Jen.
Have you been to Valley Forge lately? 'Cause
Right.
all those guys. Well, the whores
Oh, with
visited.
the whores over at Valley Forge.
Mary with the VD. Well, she went up there and
You mean VD Mary? Yeah, she's over there.
she spread her love all over the place. And now those boys are warm now.
And she makes a hell of a muffin.
Is gonorrhea supposed to make
muffin.
you warm?
I don't know. That's the joke I had heard a long time
muffin
ago.
top.
On the old Bob and Tom show, they had the Harry Carey show live from heaven. And one of the segments was they were interviewing Babe Ruth. Harry Carey was interviewing Babe Ruth. It was right after Harry died. And so it was, oh, holy cow. You know, the whole thing was great. Loved it.
Yeah.
And one of the things was, well, what did you do in the wintertime, when the league wasn't playing? It's like, well, we were poor, so I had to go out and get VD to keep warm, It's nothing like getting the clap on those cold New York nights.
Did you ever listen to Bob and Tom, Maddie? You remember that show?
Not really.
I loved Bob and Tom.
Are they still
back
around?
In the day.
No.
No. Bob ended up retiring, I believe.
Yeah.
And I don't think Tom could keep going without him.
Yeah. Well, they were. They were
together forever.
They were on local. They picked him up here for a long time.
I listened to him on KC 95 out of St. Louis.
Yeah. I think they were on 96.7.
Real Rock Radio.
I think they were on 96.7 KCMQ. I think is what they were on around here. Yeah.
Nice.
There's been a couple other ones, but yeah. I used to listen to him on the way into work.
I listened to him when I worked in the factory.
Because I had to get up ass crack early in the morning.
And they were on.
I don't miss that.
I always got off work when they came on. So I could listen to the entire show the whole way home.
Here's a funny story. One day, my alarm went off for me to go to work, and so I got up and I had been out drinking the night before. It was kind of a late night.
These sound like all my stories.
So I remember getting home and setting my alarm and everything. And so my alarm gets off. I get up, get my clothes on, you do all that, and then I head into work. And as I'm driving into work, I'm listening to the radio, and I realized like Bob and Tom or whoever that I was listening to at that time was not on the radio. Right. And so then like I was like, that's kind of weird. Why are they not on this morning? So then the song gets over and they go to the commercial and they're like, thank you for listening to, KCMQ 96.7 up all night. So my alarm went off like 3 hours early, but I always had to get up fucking early anyway when the sun wasn't out.
So you got up like 3 hours
So I got
early?
up at like, fucking 2 in the morning and drove halfway to work and then had to drive my ass all the way back home.
Yeah, that's about right. I can see that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I would do. It'd be my day off, and I'd have got up early, too, to come into work.
Well, dude, at least if it would have been my day off, I could have just driven home and, like, not had to get up again in 2 hours,
no shit. You might as well just stayed at that point.
I told my boss about it. I figured it was too funny not to share. I knew I would get laughed at, but I figured it was worth it for the comedic value. I do not miss getting up like before sunrise.
Fuck no, dude. I do not miss that at all.
Did you ever have a job like that where you had to get up really early, like any of your previous radio jobs or anything?
No, never.
I did in radio for 7, 8, maybe 9 years. Maybe every Sunday morning I did a 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift. Had to get up at 3:30.
Yeah.
So I get in the shower because I'm one of those people I have to shower in the morning or I don't function.
Mm-hmm.
I got to shower and I have to have coffee.
Yeah.
So that's
a shower wakes you up.
Sure,
I can function as an adult now. You know? Give me a shower
works.
and a cup of coffee. I don't really necessarily need the coffee, but just the shower.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to get out of the shower.
Right.
It is. Some of those mornings.
Oh, this feels so
like,
good.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah.
When it's really cold.
Here's what I do when I'm in the shower. I'll sit there and I'll
start playing with yourself.
I'll put my head down. No, sometimes, but not for this story.
Not for this story.
I'll be sitting there. I'll be standing
so
there
every shower
with the water like pouring down my neck. And this is what I'll do. I'll count down in my head. Okay, I got to get out of the shower.
Dude,
so
I do that too.
I'll be like 10. 9,
Okay.
8, and then I'll count down. I'll get all the way to 0, and then I'll be like, okay, one more time. 10, 9, 8. Seriously, I've been doing that since I was a fucking kid.
Right.
It's one of those weird
so
things.
I have a question for you guys. How long do you usually take? What's your average shower time?
I take a long shower.
I take a long shower.
So do I.
But part of that is because of this beautiful mane of hair that I have to upkeep.
You do have a lot of hair, man.
Yeah.
But I
come across a picture the other day of you pulling your hair out. That's impressive.
But I also like to relax in the shower. I like to let
Light
that water
candle.
hit.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Here's another fun thing that you can do in the shower.
Lavender-scented candle.
Here's another thing that is actually really useful when you're in the shower.
Kenny G.
If you stand there and imagine, as you're standing there, imagine that the water is like washing away all of your stress, your anxiety. You do like
an old school meditation,
like a visualization, like a meditation exercise. I do that in the shower a lot too.
Okay.
Like I'll visualize my anxiety
Sure.
to
Pretty
be
soon you
washed
can
away.
feel it washing out of your fingertips.
Seriously, it helps.
As the Kenny G and the So, fun fact.
I have like
I found out that beard wash works really good for that. If you guys want to take a Joe in the shower and you've got a beard and you got some beard wash, it's got that cocoa oil in it.
Yeah.
Keeps it clean while moisturizing at the same time.
Good to know.
Yeah.
That is good to know.
The more you know.
Good to know.
But my like shower head has like 20 different options.
Oh.
So sometimes I have to go through all the options just to be satisfied.
See, I don't have that. I don't have that. Speaking
There's like the ultimate massager over there.
Just to be satisfied.
Oh my god, dude! Like I just kind of let it run on my neck.
Dude, why
it
don't
feels so fucking
Why
good.
don't I have a shower head like that? It's Kenny G.
Dude, this shower head costs like $70.
It's Kenny G.
I want one of those rain. So like if you could make your own shower, what would it? Like what would it look like?
I would have a stand-in shower wide with a bench underneath of the thing, and then underneath of the shower head.
Mm-hmm.
But also I have like one shower head to the wall, but then an overhanging rain shower.
Yeah.
And then like I would just sit there and let the water hit me with its jets.
I want a shower
That's
that comes from the
badass.
ground up and shoots right under my ball sack.
like kind of when you're going.
I want that shit coming from every angle.
I'm just trying to picture this, man.
I want this to be like a Ron Jeremy party in the 1980s, man.
So
With-
I imagine
with the
you're going.
shower
I
head.
imagine you're going into the car wash and it's shooting up the undercarriage.
Yeah, front, back, left,
Yeah.
right. Give
Which
it
is-
all to me.
Hey, turn on the heater and bend over.
That's the name of the car wash. Bend overs.
You guys ever do saunas? You ever do the sauna?
I've done a sauna a couple
Yeah,
of times.
me too.
It's nice.
What do you
too.
think about it?
It's all right.
It's all right for a while.
Yeah.
So I hear like Rogan does the sauna a lot, and he does like super
He doing the
high
high
temperatures
heat,
for a
yeah.
long time, and he says that like
It cleans the pores out and all
his
that.
body is like physically stressed the fuck out, but like when he gets out of there, he said it's almost like being on a drug. He feels very
Yeah, because he's dealing with all that Spotify
just
bullshit.
relaxed
Right.
and
He needs something, and
Right.
he's probably doing drugs.
probably so.
You know.
He does the isolation tank too. That's one that I've not
That
done.
one's weird.
I
Well,
would
he's
love
also
to try
fucking
it.
very rich.
Right. I mean, he's got
Absolutely.
that option.
Like
I'm
he can
pretty
do
sure
basically anything he wants.
Like at least when he lived in L.A., he had an isolation tank in his house.
Oh, in his
I'm,
home.
I'm pretty sure his house now.
You can go crazy in those, right?
Supposedly it's really good for.
Like hallucinate. You can go out of body experience.
Do you guys know about John Lilly?
No.
He took a ton of ketamine.
Yeah.
His thing.
And he did the isolation. Yeah.
He was the guy I think that was also involved with the dolphin stuff
Yeah.
that we talked about.
Yeah.
His thing was isolation tanks. He would take huge amounts of ketamine and go in the isolation tank and just completely go
Just
to
fuck
another
dolphins all
universe.
night.
Right, go to your own universe.
Completely go to
That's-
another universe. Yeah, man.
And just remember all those weird dolphin jerking off stories.
Ketamine is interesting, man. Like it's proving to be very effective for lots of stuff, like for depression, and I've seen people with my condition that have used it to like abort episodes with.
Interesting.
Which is really strange, really unusual. Because I've never taken ketamine, but it's like a dissociative.
Yeah.
So it like literally makes you feel like you're not in your body anymore.
Man.
But that apparently seems to have a lot of benefit for certain conditions.
That's a controlled substance too, right? Like
Ketamine?
Yeah, it's legal. You can get
just
it
can't
by,
go to you can't go down to the corner store and be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, can I
no.
get some ketamine?"
No, but you can get it through a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, what's the new thing now that they were trying? We were talking about this a couple months ago.
There's a nasal spray.
Yeah.
A ketamine nasal spray.
That's just weird.
I actually asked my doctor about it last time I was there because I've seen a lot of people with my condition that it seems to help. And she has a brother who is a psychologist in the state of California, and he uses ketamine with his patients that have
Really?
depression, and he swears by it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's always interesting to hear about how doctors are using like alternative means.
Yes.
To,
Not my
you know-
doctor, because when I went in there like 3 weeks ago, just
Yeah.
for like my the follow up on all my stomach issues and all that.
Right.
I was like, it could be from stress and anxiety and whatnot. And I was like, well, is there something like maybe I need like my medical marijuana card or something like that? He's like, I don't really believe in that. And I'm like, I need a new doctor.
Right. No
Yeah.
kidding.
Because if I want to eat edibles
Even if
like
you
if I
wanted
can
to
keep
come
that an
up with
option
it.
and to
Right.
like mellow my body out or something like that, then that's my choice.
Exactly.
Absolutely, and it's your body, and it's guaranteed. Eating edibles is a lot safer than the shit that he's going to try to throw
Right,
at
like
you.
I'd rather eat edibles than take
Then have
medication.
an opiate or something. Yeah.
Right, I'd rather do that because it's less addictive.
It's just as fun.
It's fun, but like
Right.
I don't have to like. Let's be honest, opioids are addictive.
But at the same time, if you're using edibles for, other than recreational uses, you're probably not going to have that recreational feel.
Right.
It's just like any other medicine. If you're using it for the right thing, it's just going to be like every day.
Correct.
Yeah, man, to me, that's just like, that should be like one of the most fundamental freedoms should be the freedom to put whatever in my body that I want to put in my body. And that doesn't mean that you are not held accountable for the stupid shit that you do. If you take the wrong substance and do something stupid.
No, absolutely, man. It's just like with alcohol.
Sure.
What's the difference, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I mean, how can
alcohol has become such an okay substance that you watch TV like NCIS New Orleans, where every episode they're drinking beer at the bar. You know?
Yeah,
that's totally okay.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a recovering alcoholic, and I've mentioned to her many times, like, I think alcohol would be one of the hardest ones to get off of and stay off of because, unlike crack or something else, alcohol is available every time you go to the fucking gas station. You can go inside and get some alcohol, man.
Get a 6-pack.
Yeah,
there's
literally
you're
there.
watching commercials on TV. You're listening to the game.
Well,
It's
same thing with
sponsored by
quitting
Bud Light. Yeah,
You know?
and Peter Jennings, who died of lung cancer, one of the things that he said was cigarettes is the only product that you can buy that, when taken as directed, will kill you.
Yeah.
It's a pretty profound statement. But somehow we're okay with that, but we're not okay with other substances that are much less dangerous. Makes no sense.
And smoking is like the most disgusting thing you can do, man.
Yeah,
and harmful thing to your body.
The smell of cigarettes can literally throw me into a puking episode.
It kills so much in your body, like skin tissue, obviously your lungs. It pollutes your lungs and all that.
Yeah,
it's a really bad thing to get addicted to.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think nicotine by itself is not so bad. I think with cigarettes, it's all the other shit that they put
all
in
the
there.
other stuff that they add to
nicotine
it.
is the addictive.
Right.
That's the addictive chemical. It's the tar.
But but we also know that many of the other chemicals that the tobacco companies put in there, they put in there to make them more addictive.
It's like rat poison and
so
shit.
it's not just the nicotine.
Yeah, they put shit in there to make it more addictive. I mean, you got to get the next generation, right?
Yeah. Well, now what it is with your kids' generation and above, it's not cigarettes, it's Juul.
It's the vape pen
and
now.
all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's the vape. Yeah. That's the big one that they're. Well, you see those commercials on TV. Fight the fight, and they'll have all this. These pop-up banners and things.
PSAs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's tons of those, and they're constantly saying how like this generation will end cigarette smoking, basically.
They will, but they'll still be using nicotine.
It'll morph into something else.
Yeah.
They may not be physically rolling smoked up cigs anymore.
Yeah.
I think cigarette smoking will always be around.
Yeah, I do too.
Sure.
But it won't be as prevalent.
Yeah. And I'm personally, me, like being somebody that played in a band, I was
Oh,
happy.
right.
I was happy when they told people that they couldn't smoke in bars anymore.
Right. I remember everyone throwing such a fit in Illinois when they passed that law several years ago. Like, everywhere now is smoke free, and there were certain places like bowling alleys and stuff.
Yeah.
That you'd have all these old people in the back just chiefing out.
Yeah.
Well, why can they do it? Well, no one's complaining.
Mhm.
That was their thing.
Yeah. That's one that I'm okay with, man.
If no one's complaining, smoke away.
Well, no, what I'm saying is I'm okay with them telling people if you're going to smoke, you need to smoke outside.
Right.
Because for somebody like me that doesn't smoke, or like you bring your wife in there or whatever, maybe she's pregnant.
But you know what?
She shouldn't have to.
It didn't matter before.
Right, yeah.
You mean just like people didn't
like in
think
the 80s
about it?
and the 70s
Nobody
and
thought
the
about
50s,
it.
They didn't care back then.
Right?
True.
Pussy.
Totally.
Like, it was glamorous
Right.
smoking.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
if you-
especially in earlier
If
times.
you watch all those black and white movies, they're all smoking.
Sure.
Right.
50s,
Everybody,
60s.
dude.
You look
And it was glamorous.
Yeah.
It was glamorized. Looked up.
9 out of 10 doctors prefer Camel cigarettes.
Right.
Like, seriously, you would see ads that
I mean,
said
there used to
shit
be like
that.
the Marlboro Man used to be on the set of Highways.
Right.
But they got rid of all that shit.
Yeah.
Joe Camel.
Yeah, when did that happen? Was that in the 80s that they
I think
they
so.
banned,
I think it was like early 90s.
they banned all
Cigarette
tobacco
ads
and
on
cigarette. It was just
How do you think the
TV
cigarette
ads,
companies were like, damn, we're getting like boycotted here from advertising?
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, man. They're still doing all right.
Yeah, they're surviving.
Right. That's how you roll into like, wraps and flavored wraps and Jewel and all that shit.
Yeah, they're just evolving.
Right.
Just like the music industry has had to evolve.
You just put a brand new product out. It's like Legos, man. The product is the same. It's just how you package it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. And, I guess probably, vaping is probably better than smoking cigarettes.
Maybe. I don't know. I've heard a lot of studies about, like, have you ever heard of popcorn lung?
Yes. That's the thing that's been
the
happening
vaping,
with people.
right, is
Yeah.
what's kind of causing that in people who vape.
Yeah. And I think that has to do with the additives.
Right, it's the additives in it, the strong high levels of
Yeah.
additives. That's what gave like workers in like popcorn factories.
Yeah.
The preservatives were giving them cancer from breathing it in.
Oh, so that's why they call it popcorn
and
lung.
it's popcorn lung.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought that it was just like describing what happened in your lung or
it
something.
wouldn't popcorn their lung.
Yeah.
But I think it actually forms little pustules inside your lung and then they like pop, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gross, man.
That'd be like drowning, right? You're not breathing.
It's got to be a horrible experience.
God, that'd be terrible.
What do you think would be the worst way to go?
Here's the old Marlboro commercial.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Oh, sorry about that.
So, back in my day. Oh, yeah. I'm just waiting for a bush.
Yeah, those commercials are still on.
Just a bunch of horses running across the pasture.
Yeah, because that's what I think of cowboys.
They're like running through the ocean.
The beach, yeah.
Look at that man.
This
Strong
is
jaw.
Marlboro country.
It's funny, so to like my dad, that would have been the man's man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, look at that guy. That's who he is. He is like the masculinity.
Yeah, that's dude. That's the dude right there. I don't think that was faked.
The interesting thing.
Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro country.
There was no content whatsoever
That's
in that
just
commercial.
what I was going to say. It was maybe
Horses,
10 words.
the handsome-looking cowboy guy,
And music.
and then like this
And music.
is Marlboro country.
That's because you don't need
That's it.
to at that point advertise what cigarette smoking is. That's
But
top of mind.
going into that ad, they were thinking
How do we remind them that they want to smoke again?
a beach with horses running through the water, and this dude's overlooking them, smoking a Marlboro.
He's a tough cowboy.
Tough cowboy guy.
Yeah. You don't even
And
need words for that.
No.
It's just, and men don't talk much.
And it's just naturally
It's just-
assumed because he's a tough cowboy that he smokes.
You know what we should do?
There's strategy involved in this.
Absolutely there is.
You know what I mean?
We should superimpose our faces on some old cigarette ads.
I got to figure out how to do the editing with the heads.
With the
I'm pretty
heads.
sure I can do that, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Oh, here's another one. Hold on, guys.
Cigarette ad from the 1970s.
Waking up on Sunday morning. Take your time.
Is this from like England?
Unwind. Find an easy mind.
Kind of James Taylor and stuff.
Waking up on Sunday morning. You take your time, let the day unwind. Find an easy mind. Sunday.
But look how glamorous they want to make it look.
Kids will be orphans. Isn't it interesting the way human beings can be manipulated into?
It's amazing how brilliant advertising works.
Yes.
Right? You guys, I'm sure you guys have seen the old Flintstones smoking commercials. The
Yeah.
smoking Flintstones
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Winstons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Paul Hogan the croc hunter?
Yeah, that's Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, crocodile. That's what I meant.
Is he a Marlboro Man?
Yeah, here it is.
Of course he is.
Oh, it's an Australian ad from the 1970s.
I've been asked to talk to you, see, and being the suave, sophisticated man about town, I thought I'd do the job with a bit of, polish, a touch of class. So I'll get the boys back here to set the scene with a bit of the old mood music. When you're ready, Boris.
Orchestra.
Anyhow, what I got here is a new brand of cigarettes, Winfield. Have a good look at them. Now, you might say nothing extraordinary about that. Well, I got news for you. And if you're a smoker, it'll be the best bit of news you've had in 10 years or more. These new Winfields are 40 cents. That's about the price you should be paying for a good smoke. But have a go at the length of them. This would have to be the best cigarette value in Australia today. No risk.
Yeah.
Same
It's not just
font.
extra.
Oh,
length.
yeah,
It is.
Look at that.
It's a good tobacco. Mild, quality all the way. Well, how good's that for 40 cents? Anyhow, just to give these...
But the way he smoked it right there, it looks delicious, right?
I guess.
But
Makes
really,
me
it
wanna-
tastes like shit.
Yeah.
It's a
New
cigarette.
Winfield's a bit of a welcome. I'll hand you back to Boris and the boys in the band. Let her rip, Boris, old son.
Please tell me the whole band is smoking. That would be bitching, right? Horn
should
section.
Nope.
Yeah, how would that work?
Right.
The horn section.
Horn section's got to
Have a
smoke.
Winfield.
Have a Winfield.
We have a Winfield, mate.
By the way, I have lung cancer.
G'day.
Interesting.
Very.
It's interesting the way our views on these things evolve.
How they change, right? Like that was popular back in the day.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
And like there's certain things that you can get away with today that you couldn't get away with.
Right.
But then there are some things that we did back in the day that you can't get away with today for
absolutely.
sure.
Well, you guys have all heard that old Schlitz commercial that we play in the show with the old, like, there's just one Schlitz, type. That was hot. That was a hot chick back in the day. She was randy, I'm sure. Now she just sounds like a piece of beef jerky dancing and singing around. Like, whoa.
Back in those days, man, like airline travel was luxurious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know, like what is it?
You got a meal.
Southwest Airlines. They had these, stewardesses in these.
Did you
tight
see the
skirts.
outfits they used to wear back then?
That's what I'm saying, man. Back
with
in the day,
with the little ascots and shit.
yeah, man. I think Southwest Airlines in particular, back in the day, was like their stewardesses were very kind of risque back in the day.
Randy, the stewardess. Excuse
Yeah.
me, Randy.
I don't know how to look that up, but yeah. Anyhow.
Southwest stewardess outfit.
Oh, here we go.
Careful,
Uniforms.
man. You might get pulled up on a whole bunch of different porn sites. I don't know.
Yeah. I got to turn the safe search on.
Safe search off.
I mean, look at that.
You're right.
They were all wearing short skirts, man.
Hello.
And now, now it's very common. You have a lot of males in the steward industry. Do you call a male steward just a steward?
I think you still call him a
stewarder.
Stewarder.
Nuh-uh. It's got to just be steward.
Can you just call him a stewardess? Because
because
probably gay anyway. Stewardess.
I mean, look at these outfits.
Right. That's got to be the old Pan Am days, right?
Yeah. It screams 1970s
Right.
for sure. But I noticed like the bell bottoms.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's wearing bell bottoms again, or
Dude.
maybe not bell bottoms, but the really high, the ones that go
So-
up really high on the waist.
We went to Walmart the other day, and one of the new fashions for the girls is like this old 70s flared bell-bottomy looking. Then there's this one that has these little balls, these little cottony balls that are different colors. I don't know, they're weird. They look straight out of the 70s, oh man.
Interesting.
This is my favorite outfit here. Oh no, son of a gun.
I think I got a little peek of that last one you were trying to
Here it
click
is.
on. Yeah, that's a nice outfit.
Not bad.
That's got to be on what, Playboy Air? Because I'm sure they had their own airline back in the day.
Probably.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
that's
That's a mini skirt, man. You need two hairdos to pull that one off.
The Mile High Club, dude, is real.
There's the Southwest Airlines again.
Yep.
You guys ever flown Southwest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
What do you think?
I never had a bad experience.
Me neither. Most of my Southwest experiences
They've always
have been good.
delayed, but I mean, I can't complain about a delay.
Yeah, that's usually not their
if it's an okay delay, not like a ridiculously 6-hour delay.
But you know, like I haven't flown that much in the post 9/11 era. Really, I did a lot of flying when I was younger, because my dad lived far away. But I remember I flew, I don't know, a couple months after 9/11, and I remember the security checkpoint line was just stretching through the airport.
I haven't flown since COVID, so
yeah.
I flew in the COVID last spring. It wasn't horrible. You just had to wear a mask.
Right.
Yeah. They have you take it off. That's the one thing. They'll pop it off so they can check you against your ID and everything. But yeah, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's I think rougher flying with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you guys looking forward to the most now that it looks like we finally are over the hump?
Easing out of COVID?
Yeah. I mean, live music for sure is near the top of the list for me. Going to a baseball game, a packed stadium.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like less news about it.
Just to us.
I'm looking forward to taking my mask
regulations and stuff like that, and
like I want a free ball, like free mask with I
Yeah.
want to raw dog that air so hard.
Right. Absolutely.
But ball games, concert venues, just going to the store without wearing a mask. I mean,
yeah,
and just like
I hate just being like getting out of my vehicle and then like my mask's still in the vehicle, but I'm like, oh wait, I forgot my mask. Like,
got to go back.
Absolutely,
it's just like,
man.
come on.
It is a pain in the ass.
It is.
But
so.
if it's something that we don't do right now, though, I feel.
But I think we're heading towards that way, the normalcy.
I think we're doing a hell of a lot better than we were.
I think I'm going to go ahead and get on the list to get my vaccine now. I knew I wanted to hold off on it for a while, not because I don't trust it. I mean, I understand people that for whatever reason don't trust it. I get that, but mainly I just wanted more at-risk people to get theirs first now. But I'm hearing that like when they have these clinics and stuff, a lot of times they have leftover vaccines, and you can go to one of these clinics like after they officially end, and they'll have leftovers, and you can get them right there.
Right on, man.
Yeah. What are you doing? We closing it down?
I think we're going to close her down.
Close her down.
So if you would like to become a part of the Old 77, feel free to pick up the phone and give us a call, Dave.
Yeah, 573-246-0779. Call the listener line.
Yeah. You can also find in the upper left-hand corner of the video this space available for you or a business you may know. You can check us out on Patreon and get all the deets for that. And you can listen to the entire show, video-wise at least, on Patreon. That's the Old 77. Well, patreon.com/the Old 77 podcast.
That's right.
And if you're listening to us, on some platform, well, you know where to find us.
Yep.
We are on all the platforms.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like
I've said.
TuneIn, YouTube, Twitch, all those.
So whatever's working for you right now, stay on it.
Stick with us.
Stay on it.
Leave us a review if you can.
Yeah, best is yet to come, too.
Thank you for listening to us tonight.
Yeah.
And all these other episodes. We're going to come back with more guests, get bigger, get better, and hopefully have a great 2021.
That's right.
Episode 50 coming soon.
Yeah, this was episode 43 of the Old 77.
And by the way, locals, don't forget to go to Last Flight here in Jefferson City, the new brewery.
That's right. Check
right
them
off
out.
Missouri Boulevard on Heinzinger Road. Outdoor seating. It opens up March 24th. Check that out. Don't forget.
That's right.
Absolutely.
By the pound.
By the pound. Not Pound Town, but the pound.
Well, drink enough of them, maybe.
Oh, yeah. It'll get you drunk.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.
Talk to you soon.
Bitches.